Why can't you be nice to the viewers and Josh?
Nah, you're asking a lot.
Well, you remember that one day back in high school?
Oh man.
I knew this was coming.
You thought I forgot, mother. Is this on?
Welcome.
Yeah.
I don't know what the reset.
It's the reset.
Don't threaten people on camera, man.
Nah, we just be playing. I'm Mark, joined with
Thirsty McGirsty.
He said, take it this one to the head, dude.
I guess
Oh, do we my turn?
I'll be Marlon today.
Hey, Marlon.
Oh, hey, Marlon.
First time, right? Thanks for having me.
We have a special guest today, Marlon.
Yeah. He said thanks for having me for anybody saying anything. How, as the guest, if you're a guest on the show, how you say thanks for having me before they even told you anything? You know, like, that's just like, is that kind of like cocky, right?
No.
Like, and we have
Regular Dave always waits.
He's regular Dave, though.
He's pretty regular.
I hate that stuff.
What'd you have?
Fireball.
Some fireball.
What's the good stuff?
It's good for you, Mark. Make your tummy burn.
Yeah, it's burning. How was your week, Joshua? Oh, I'm sorry I said your government name. Government.
Spell that.
You spell it.
Use it in a sentence. Can you use it in a sentence?
I'm sorry I used your government name.
Repeats.
G-U-M.
What did I even do this week?
What?
I saw Sonic.
I mean, that was good, wasn't it?
Didn't do that.
It was solid.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
I saw it.
It was okay.
It beat that whack-ass, fake-ass Indiana Jones.
What?
Actually, that's not fake. Harrison Ford was actually Indiana Jones. But the movie with Harrison Ford and the dog?
Is it Call of the Wild?
Yeah. They said Sonic comes in right above Call of the Wild. I was like, Call of the Wild?
I don't know. I haven't even heard that
What
movie.
is this, Indiana Jones Part 6, dude? Or 7?
I might go see Sonic tomorrow, actually.
Sonic was solid, actually.
It was?
Yeah.
How was
I'm
Jim
only
Carrey?
worried about
Oh, no.
the Jim Carrey with the Dr. Obama.
Yeah, which
that
Jim
seems
Carrey is it?
strange.
Is it Me, Myself, and
I
Irene
thought he
Jim
did pretty
Carrey?
good.
Yeah.
You saw it too?
It was decent.
Damn, Steve.
Right.
Okay. You
I think I think it's worth a watch.
I do want to see it.
It's at least worth the popcorn.
It's worth the popcorn. It's worth the watch.
And I will say the revisions on their animation was definitely.
Yeah, it was good.
Because I don't think it would have worked.
Stay for the end credit scene. I think the end credit scene was pretty cool too.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there
Everyone's
Supersonic in there?
No.
Is Knuckles
Well-
in there?
I don't know. Maybe.
Was Tails in there?
No, it's the end credit scenes.
Also, I heard The Rock was supposed to come in and be a part of the next Sonic movie.
Is he gonna be Knuckles?
People are like Knuckles?
Shadow.
Question mark?
No, he gonna be
Is he gonna be like
Shadow?
the buff Knuckles, like in the newer Sonic games, or is it just gonna be like
No, Knuckles has to be buff, dude. Knuckles has to be buff.
what the big buff Knuckles?
Yeah. I want Knuckles punching people's heads off.
That's not what this is.
Does he got the claws? Like the
Yeah, little two claws.
Two
Yeah.
little pointers just punch people in
Yeah,
the face.
dude, I want that Knuckles.
They got holes in their face. Like, yeah. Going into shock.
Instead of like bouncing out. Yeah, Knuckles or Shadow, but we need somebody on skates though. Well,
I don't know.
Actually,
Anyway,
that
it
could be
was worth it. I
Alright,
thought it was good.
all right.
Surprisingly, I didn't go expecting much though, but it was good.
Yeah.
was
Was it better than Birds of Prey?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Well, Birds of Prey wasn't like the greatest or anything. It
was okay.
It was okay.
You like
yeah.
it?
yeah, it was okay.
Do you think it was better than Birds of Prey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Birds, okay.
Yeah.
So you like that? Birds of Prey was
Yeah,
okay.
everybody's just saying it's okay.
It's okay.
Like
Well,
Birds of
you
Prey
did-
is like, in my opinion, just worth the watch. And but
It
then
was,
no, like I wouldn't even say like
It's worth the watch.
It's not bad. It's just like, okay, you watch it, you're done.
it's yeah. It's like if it was on Netflix.
It's like the John Wick of DC. Man.
If you saw it on Netflix, you should just watch it.
If you want to
Okay,
see
so don't
Harley,
pay for it.
You can pay for it if you
You
want.
can pay for it.
if
It-
you
it
want to
wouldn't
go
be like
see a
terrible
DC
pay.
movie where someone just goes in and beats up a bunch of people,
Okay.
sure, watch it.
Okay. Is that all you did this week?
Yep.
Sonic. Okay. Sonic is what you have to top, Steve. So you already saw it. So now you're on even ground. Now you just have to do something else.
Well, I did get Wilson.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
played that.
Oh, y'all want to tell us about it?
Yeah, we beat
Could we see
that.
some characters? Y'all got
I
some
forgot I
characters?
was gonna bring
Steve.
the laptop. Well, I guess Steve can show it
That game
later.
is
It's fine.
trash.
Yeah, the game is
Huh?
real buggy.
We'll talk about bugs and
Yeah.
Oh, it's trash.
It's not trash.
All right, we'll
But
talk
it's
about
kind
it.
of
It's okay.
trash.
Yeah.
It's kind of trash.
As of right now, yes. But we'll talk more about it. Yeah.
All right,
I'm excited. Let's get started.
why you gotta do that? Though?
Can we see that clip?
All right, Steve. What else you got, man? You already beat Josh. What else you got?
Well, I said I played Wilson with him.
All right, Steve. What
We're
else?
still on even ground.
that's it.
All right, Tony.
All right. So I did.
Sonic and
I didn't do Sonic, so I'm already at a disadvantage.
You gotta have something else. You gotta have something else.
But I did play Wilson with them and beat the game.
All right,
so
you
I-
halfway there. What's up?
He hit Platinum Terror, dude.
Yeah, I did. hit Platinum
Ooh,
Terror. Yeah,
nice.
I
All
did that
right,
this
now you
morning.
even.
Give a damn.
Oh shit!
I went
You
to-
fell. You fell a couple levels.
I went.
Because Marlon don't care.
I went to go get some crepes this morning.
Some grapes.
Some
Did you
coworkers.
say grapes?
I thought he
Crepes.
said. I thought he said grapes for a
Crepes.
second too.
That's how I went to my area and I said, hey, where your red
Purple.
Red seedlings.
It was like red or green.
Where your
Red.
red
You gotta
Yeah,
get those the cotton candy ones
No, you
or
definitely
the
don't do
gumdrop
that.
ones.
You definitely don't do
Wait,
that.
what are we talking about now? Like,
Are we still talking about grapes?
Yeah, we talking about
You ever
grapes.
had the cotton candy grapes?
You guys have
No.
any of those?
No.
Yeah.
This sounds like a Josh thing.
Sounds like a.
I don't think they're that good.
No comment.
Yeah?
They like kind of taste like cotton candy, and they have like gumdrop ones too that kind of taste like gumdrop.
But they're like real grapes.
But no one
Yeah.
actually likes cotton candy or gumdrops, right?
Yeah, I actually
I do.
hate cotton candy.
Wait, like
Wait, which one?
what's the
Both.
like dots?
You
Like,
like cotton
that-
candy?
So like
What,
So like
Steve?
when you go and you buy those like assorted bags.
Don't nobody go to the fair and get the cotton candy.
He's like, hey, where the elephant ears
Yeah,
at?
we about the
Oh,
elephant
yeah,
ears.
you get your elephant ear,
Or
boy.
the funnel cakes.
Steve comes
Hey,
over.
I
you got
most
a big
definitely would
ass-
pick those over cotton candy, but I don't hate
Okay.
it. Like I
All
like
right,
it.
all right.
Nah, you
Making
can't
sure.
backpedal now,
I'm trying to take
motherfucker.
double back, just making sure Steve ain't going
His
to
ass-
cotton candy instead of elephant ear.
His ass
Just
come over
because
with
it's
a
not my
big-ass
first
bucket.
choice,
Alright,
like
alright.
it doesn't mean I hate
Just
it.
making sure, man.
Has
Yeah.
come over with a big ass bucket in his hand. He's like,
Everybody got hot dogs and french fries and stuff, Steve. So I'm good with the cotton candy.
Cotton candy on the stick.
Yeah, on the stick, Steve.
You ever seen that video where they're
Yeah,
where
your hands
they're
get all sticky. and
I
shit,
know,
man.
man. I hate that shit.
you ever see that video where they're having like a cotton candy eating contest or whatever, and you see the guy like stuffing like pieces in his mouth, and you just see the girl just go like, whoosh, just like take the whole thing off.
What? No.
No.
I saw a similar one. It was two guys, like they were like trying to eat it fast. One dude was like trying to eat it, and the other guy just like balled into him, stuck in his mouth.
Oh, I'd be like, you owe me about $5. It's $5 worth of cotton candy you just ate.
But yeah. And then I went to get some boba. That's about it.
What flavor?
Strawberry kiwi.
Classic.
So have you ever had the
Classic.
orange one?
It's a class.
Does that?
No.
I'm pretty sure that shit has pulp in it.
You hate
Really?
pulp.
Yeah.
I like pulp.
I like pulp.
I don't
yeah.
mind pulp.
I had a lot of breakfast like
Well-
this morning. I went to like breakfast twice with my coworkers.
All your coworkers like you, dude.
Yeah, I would assume so. I'm the assistant manager. I hope.
No, they don't like
Yeah.
it.
He said, no, they don't like you.
Dave likes it.
Mm. He,
He's still
he doesn't like you that much, though. He told
No.
me.
Oh, where's Dave living now?
Holland.
Oh, he went back.
Yeah.
He went back too.
No, he didn't go back to her.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right. Well, good.
Welcome to Ricky Reset.
I was like, if I say good for him, it's just like it's kind of like hate, like. But if they trying to work it out, then it's just like, well,
No,
hopefully
no, no. They done so. They done.
Oh, good for him, dude. I'm just playing. Yeah, that's fine now. Anyways, man.
Well, it is. So it is good for him, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really do a whole lot. I did get that new TV stand though. That
Yeah.
thing is legit.
You,
Where'd you buy it
you
from?
told me.
Amazon.
So like a wide.
What's in it?
I'll just show you the picture.
Oh, you're gonna show us a picture of it.
Oh, sweet.
You have pictures of it already?
You got a link?
Don't have a link, but I mean, it's like a fake fire. But
That's pretty straight. How much
people?
How much you pay for that?
like $320.
Not bad.
The lights are cool.
Yeah.
So you can turn the fire off in like different settings.
Could it only be fake fire, or could I put like
Is it
like
one
a
of the
picture of like
ones- is
a
it
man
actually a
Midoriya like
heater,
punching
too?
somebody?
Yeah, it's a heater too.
Okay. All right. That's cool. That's cool.
I was pretty sure it's a heater, so it's a little grate on the top.
Oh, what? That's crazy.
No,
hate
that's
that
crazy.
hat.
Cool.
Speaking of hats.
Well, we gotta shave his head still.
Oh yeah, we gotta shave
Hey.
that head.
We got you the clippers actually. You wanna
Hey,
go
I
get
saw the
it?
commercial for that the ball shaver thing. I think it's sweet. I want one. I mean, yeah, that hat looks cool.
You forget.
Where'd you get it from?
This one was from PAX.
Ah, but so you didn't want to give us the hat like when a couple weeks ago when you got back, you decided to push it out a little bit. You looked at it, you was like, now I'm gonna wear this one today, and now you're giving us this one today.
I mean, I have a lot of hats that I just don't wear.
All right, well this was
I got
cool.
This one, I got a
How was
Street
your
Fighter
Mark?
one.
How was your week, Mark?
Ready to get that head shaved?
Do I
Am
win
ready
the
to
week?
get the head shaved? No, it's only one.
What?
Crepes.
The crepes.
regular.
Crepes always win.
Why you say that like it was a Smash Bros announcement?
You're gonna be a great master, Tony.
It'd be a great match.
Why do you have to say it like it was announcing a character in Smash? Crepes.
Great.
It was good. I honestly wish I grabbed a savory one though instead of a sweet one, just because
Wait, where'd
like
you go?
it's called like a brown buttery. I can't remember the place.
Brown
Brown butter crepes. That's what it is.
Brown butter.
It's on
crepes.
East Town.
You ever had a brown butter crepe?
You know where Yesterdog is?
Yeah.
It's like down the road from there, like walking distance, like less than a minute.
Are we doing a video on Wendy's breakfast?
Is it out?
What?
It's out next week, right?
All right, next week then.
Wait, what?
Wendy's breakfast.
Oh yeah. I'm definitely gonna grab that.
Why definitely though?
Because
honey
that-
butter
that-
chicken
yeah.
biscuits.
Yeah.
Honey butter. What's going on here?
Yeah. You already know how I feel about honey butter.
Maple
Same honey
maple
butter?
bacon
No.
chicken croissants.
Bacon, chicken.
Maple
All right, Marlon,
bacon
what are we
chicken
drinking?
croissants.
We got some bright white. I
Yeah,
grabbed
it's
this
called-
one. This one was out of Comstock, Michigan.
Bright white.
Bright
Bright white.
white. Bright
From Bell's.
white.
Do they have a
Yep.
dark black?
No, that one was not allowed actually.
Or mild yellow.
Mild? You said or mild yellow?
Belgian inspired beer.
Speaking of mild yellows, this color is.
I'm a little concerned that they accidentally put Budweiser in mine.
It does smell regular.
It's a Belgian, so. It's a wheat. It's a regular.
It's real
It's got
light.
hops in it.
It's real light.
Yeah. It's like you're step above the regular beers. Like if you're just dipping your toes in the craft stuff.
No, about
This
regular,
is what it is right here.
like maybe.
No, I'd say
you
it's.
say you don't taste regular. What?
Yeah, I mean,
I'd
it
say it's
tastes
a little-
regular to
Oh,
me.
yeah.
I'd say it's a little bit.
I actually like the wheat style Belgian
I'm gonna open this
beers.
because it has a little bit more.
That's what?
Has a little bit more like the hop flavor than like a regular one would have.
Yeah,
Hold
it's
on, man. Can we just address something real quick? What is going on here?
What?
You drink the regular one?
Yeah, if it tastes good enough. A lot of things taste like shit, man.
They don't. Okay.
I like wheat beers, man.
I do.
I'm glad we actually got a wheat beer today.
It's a
fan.
wheat beer kind of day, huh?
It is.
It was a nice day today.
It was a great day.
Well, we
today.
got two
And
different
yesterday.
Belgian ones to try, so we'll be able to compare
I'm
them.
gonna give this one a 7.
What?
I'm gonna give that one a 7.
Yeah, that's really
Yeah,
high
it's
for
a
Marlon.
7.
I feel like I should.
That's
just
high for a regular beer. This
Yeah,
guy's crazy.
I mean,
It's clean. It doesn't.
I
It
give
just
it a
tastes.
You drink Budweiser.
I don't like Budweiser.
I give it a 7.
I get a 7.
I'll give it a 6.
What do you give it, Mark?
6.
Huh?
I give it a 6. Yeah.
Okay.
What?
You might as well just say 7. So
Why?
You might as well save 72, motherfucker.
It's not bad. This is like a beer. If someone were to like, yo, I got beer for the group, and I wouldn't mind. I'd be like, yeah. I'd pound these all day.
Pound these all day.
I'd pound these all day. I don't know about that one. Is that a worst counter? How come nobody else get worst counters?
It's only a worst counter if you make it a worst counter, Mark.
That was a worst counter. He'll pound this all day?
Yeah,
You're
but
making it a worst counter.
Pound these.
Pound these all day?
Yeah.
I think the way Tony said it was fine, but the way you said it afterwards makes it a worst counter.
Yours became like a questionable question.
Yeah.
Pound these all day?
Who started it, though? You said the first one to get, see? Yeah, look, now don't nobody want worst counters now. Everybody just forget that they said anything.
I didn't. I said what I said.
He's out. So what I said, I stuck by it.
Pound these all day.
Hey man, don't put me in your boat. You sink on your own.
Like I said,
My boat is flying.
I mean, these are just beers that, if someone were to hand. I mean, I wouldn't go pick this beer, out of the list of beers.
No.
But if someone were to just hand me these,
It's not terrible, though.
I would just drink it.
It's not
I
terrible.
mean, you have a lot of like nice beers, but like, how many of the really nice beers that you gave like an 8 or 9 are you gonna buy a 6-pack for your buddies to drink like at a party? You're not normally, right?
Ain't buying shit.
Yeah, you're right.
It depends. No, that's not true.
I have like a bunch of KBS at home that I don't not
Yeah,
drink
yeah.
here.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Why do you have a bunch of KBS at home?
It's
When
good
I bought
beer, Mark,
when I
so
bought
that's
some
a-
liquor, I saw it there and I was like, oh, we buying at least 2 cases, or not a case, but like the 2
But
4-packs.
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I'm
Like
all
you
over
go
it,
over
man.
to like you go over a friend's house and you have a couple people over.
The heck?
You're not gonna like take them like some nice.
I would never take
Like a
KBS. No.
Yeah, like
And it's actually funny you say that.
That is legit, man.
I buy some.
But-
that is pretty legit.
But with this,
Really, I mean, you can't even hate on that one.
No,
You
dude.
cannot hate on that.
That's cool, dude. You're right. All right, man. Dang.
Hey, okay. All right. Well,
KBS is good. We had some people come over. We had a couple people come over yesterday.
they open your mini fridge and you're like, oh, that's not for you guys. Yours is
the,
upstairs.
the Coronas? Yes, that's all you.
You're like the bottom shelf. That's all you. The upper shelves. Those are
Yeah.
mine.
No, we were upstairs, and I guess it was on me. My KBS was upstairs, but it was another couple, and at least just being hospitable. She's just like, yeah, we got all day IPA, and Mark's got KBS in here. She doesn't really know,
How much they
KBS,
cost?
like how much they cost. It's rare, So he's like, oh, sweet.
Well-
like he even like hesitated. He's just like, oh, like he like.
I think in a couple
If
months.
he would have
it's
made eye
gonna be
contact, he would have saw like,
year
don't
round.
take one of my KBS's. He took one now.
he said,
"Oh."
"Oh."
I had him play like it was okay. Like you're really not okay with it, but it's okay, I guess, today. He's like, yeah. She's like, yeah, you want one of these? He was like, yeah. I was like,
Where you sit there sipping
Well,
on
yeah.
your Bud Light, like, it's good, huh?
no, I was gonna have one too, but then I had it all day.
Well, good news, Mark. I'm pretty sure like
Because I don't want to drink mine, and then I have one left.
I think either next month or so, like it's gonna be year round. KBS.
Really?
Mhm.
Are they gonna decrease how much it costs?
I don't know.
Yeah,
No, it's probably really expensive to make, but
Did you look at him and say,
I mean, it might go down because it's year round, but
yeah.
how does my KBS
probably
taste?
not much.
No, I didn't say it like that. I was like,
Make sure you get like a face twitch in there too. Like, how's my KBS taste?
yeah. I'm like, good, right? He's like, yeah, this is
Tastes
awesome.
like $6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, this
It tastes like 24. It tastes like a $24 4-pack, don't it?
Then
Yeah,
they-
right?
Yeah, kind of does.
It's good, right? It's good, right?
You got your all day. Like,
I got my all day. I'm just, just my regular,
you're just like, you don't look at him. You're just
Then
like,
Elise was like, Mark, you gonna order those pizzas? We're gonna eat some food too. You're like, nah, just cook some craft.
he looked,
Nah.
looked down at your drink. Hey, listen, man. I'm gonna need you to give me like $6 for this.
For real. Nah, that was cool, man. We'll go watch this shit.
Next day at work. Damn, Mark, I
Yeah.
can't.
Oh, for real? So I couldn't have one. You should just said something.
I did. I did.
You didn't see it in my eyes when they were like.
We didn't make eye contact. I was telling you.
Trying to do the man code without the women, because I'm like, look, man, when she asked you, you paused. You know what that was. You know you don't take another man's KBS.
Oh wow,
She said, yeah, we got all day, and then Mark's got some KBS back here. And he's like, oh, yeah.
You're
just
sitting
take one
there
of those.
like,
I'm yeah.
you're sitting there like,
I'm like, dang.
So I don't know you
She's
like
like,
that.
okay. She's like, okay. And gave him one. It was like, I was like, no, I'm having all day. Just put those back way in the back. Way in the back.
You grab the KBS and just take it downstairs. Where are you taking those? Oh, I'm.
There's mine.
They were getting locked up in my mini fridge.
I was like, oh no. The one downstairs is just cooler. I just want to keep it cool.
Yeah,
So that's all.
Yeah, you got a lot of stuff going on in the fridge, so I just figured I'd separate these
Just want
down here.
to keep them cool. Keep them
Where I can
safe.
watch
Keep them
them.
cool.
You was like, you want to take the all day? No, leave the all days.
Yeah, all day can stay up here. He's coming downstairs.
he like starts. Oh, you got more beer downstairs, Mark? Follows you.
Actually, no, I don't. There is.
Yeah, I do. Anyways, all right, man. Enough of the. Man, I always do that. I gotta stop doing that. Anyways, so what do y'all give Sonic? The two who've seen it.
7.
7.
What'd y'all give?
It's most definitely, if you go into, it's a kid's
I think
movie.
I gave it like a 4.
Sonic is.
Yes.
I gave it a.
You gave it a 4.
I
Birds of
think I
Prey.
gave Birds. Did I give Birds of Prey like a
You
4 or
would
something?
tell somebody to go see a 4?
I didn't say to see it.
Oh, what would you give?
I think I gave it a 6.
I'd probably give it like a 6.5.
It's like 6, 7.
6, 7. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I said.
It's okay.
7.
Like I said,
Sonic is a
it's.
7?
I didn't watch Sonic.
Sonic was good, man.
This guy right here. This
It was
guy.
good.
He's like, yeah, solid 7.
So you would suggest I go see Sonic, but not Birds of Prey?
Yeah.
Like pay for it in the theater?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're gonna like pick between them,
I mean, I took my son to see it with me, so
bring the kids with you. For sure.
he liked
Maybe.
it.
I don't know.
You're bringing him to watch
Birds of
My
Prey.
Hero.
Birds of Prey, you wouldn't bring the kids.
Oh well,
You
he
can.
probably can't
What?
read.
Get him
You know,
ready. Get him
subtitles.
ready early.
I don't
Get
even
them
think
ready
it's
early for
subtitled.
what?
No, the Wednesday
Real
one
world.
is subtitled.
Is it
How does
subtitled?
watching
Yeah.
Like, I
Birds of
want to
Prey
grow
prepare
up
for
to
the
be
real
hard.
I mean, I don't care either
How
way.
does watching Birds of
but
Prey prepare
No,
you
I
for the
made
real
sure.
world?
I was like, not watching the dub.
Clapping motherfuckers.
I've
Definitely
never
watch
seen
it.
a dub of My Hero, so
Yeah,
I
neither
wouldn't
have I.
know.
I'm gonna keep
I
it that
wouldn't-
way.
Yeah.
That's fine.
My Hero
movie
on Wednesday.
on Wednesday.
We were seeing if it was subbed or dubbed, and he's like, "Are you gonna take your kid to see My Hero?" And I was like, "No."
And I was like, yeah, you're right. It's because it's subbed. Like, you probably wouldn't be able
Boo.
to. There's an English version
And he
if
can
you
read.
want to watch
Damn.
it.
I said he
Yeah.
probably can't read. I was like, "No, he can read."
Can you read that? It's like, can you read that fast?
Yeah,
You know,
we're not
sometimes I go.
Probably not.
So you're just gonna sit
he
there,
say?
you're just gonna sit in there and watch down here what they're saying, and then miss all the action.
Oh man, that's Mario.
I have pretty
that's
good
Mario's
peripherals.
biggest-
That's okay. That's peripherals though. That you're still not focusing on it. You missing action,
I
man.
don't know. I watched a lot of it.
I was like-
I'm pretty sure I
was
watched
like,
all
hey,
of the
man,
action while I'm still
The trick
reading.
is
Watch a lot of
to read. The trick is to do like that. I think you have to have a good memory because you can like flash through the words and then watch the scene and then like you can interpret what the words were later. I think that's the trick to it.
Yeah. Plus,
So
you
if
know,
he's like- if
I'm
you-
with you, Marlon. I
I
don't.
basi-
Why do I have to?
I don't
Why
like
does it have to be a
subtitles.
trick for me to watch this damn movie, man?
No,
It's not a trick. I mean,
It is a trick.
No, you do that every day. You're just doing it with TV. You do that
You
every
said
day.
it was a trick.
plus we've watched a
No,
lot of
you have to.
anime. Maybe we know what most of the words mean.
Do you?
Nani?
Okay. So you know one word. What else do you know?
I know a lot of words.
All right, let's lay a sentence on me. That's not Nani.
Huh? Nani? Oh, you said no.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in today.
Wait, so you mean to tell me you ain't watching it if it's subbed?
That's exactly what I'm telling you.
I mean,
Have
there's
you
the
ever
English-
watched an anime
there's
that
an
was
English
subbed?
version,
With
but
English dub?
yeah,
Yeah.
there's the English dub.
Oh, okay. Why didn't you say that?
But I mean, I'm not watching that.
You might as well, though.
No.
You'll be able to focus.
I mean, you
back
guys
on
were.
the action.
You guys were complaining about English dubbed when I was recommending the one show Dark.
Yeah, we don't watch that either.
That's actually English dubbed. You don't
Yeah.
have to like read it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, I don't watch the English dub of anything.
Oh,
I wouldn't say that.
Well,
I mean,
you-
there are some good voice acting in some animes
Oh, yeah.
that in English that I will approve
Like
of.
what?
Full Metal.
Full
Yu
Metal's
Hakusho
great.
Trigun.
trash.
Yu Hakusho's dope.
Are you serious?
Marlon, would you watch
You
an
like
English
you
dub?
like Kuwabara?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
He said yeah.
Vegeta, I like the Vegeta voice. Too.
Because I want to focus on the movie. If I wanted to read some subtitles, like I said, I would go read a book.
Cowboy Bebop, Full Metal,
true.
Trigun.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing
There's
that.
some good books out there, Marlon.
Yeah, name 17.
Why do I gotta name 17?
Okay, all the Harry Potters, so that covers about 10 of them.
Are they all really good though?
Yeah.
How many have you actually read?
Huh?
How many have you read?
How many are there?
How many have you read?
All the
Zero.
Game of Thrones.
So,
So you're saying they're good, but you haven't read them.
yeah.
So how do you know?
I have trustworthy sources.
Who are?
Internet.
My
The internet.
sources.
Wow.
On the internet, yeah.
You can't even describe them, and there's a bunch of goons on the internet. And this is not looking good.
You're on the internet right now.
And I'm a goon.
And we're all goons. 5 goons in the room.
Everyone
like
in
that.
here has had a goon moment.
Oh, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's definitely true.
Dave 7.
Let's see. Back in high school, when you threw that boba tea at me, and instead of apologizing, you laughed and ran away. That was a pretty big goon moment for you.
All right, 6 more.
You want to tell a story about the?
I remember
You had to
Marlon.
rough him up at you. Rough him up in Steve's place because he wouldn't take us home.
He said name
Marlon-
6. I was like, yeah, I got about 3 already.
Marlon batted a Dragon Ball Z character.
He has goon moments too.
I got a lot of goon moments.
He has a lot of goon moments actually.
That's a recurring
and he
goon
told,
moment.
and he told me that was affecting you till this day.
Yeah, because he still can't have any boys.
Unfortunately, I won't be able to prove that to you, but whatever.
And now when I say this, guys, this was a line drive. This was like literally the tip of the bat, just that fattest part, just wham,
Critical hit.
right into his nuts. And
Would you say this would be like a home run?
it was going straight. It was fast, man. It was
You know, on
connected right to the
the
nuts.
you know, on the animes where like somebody get hit in the nuts, and then like they make that they like flash to like the nuts cracking, like like, and then like a new screen is like. That's what I
like,
thought.
is it like in Mortal Kombat when you get that fatality?
Yeah.
Were these the X-ray? The X-ray.
It was so funny because, like, for me, it happened in slow motion. So I hit it. I saw where it was going, so I dropped the bat and instantly started laughing. But the part that fucked me up was how he fell over. He just, like, fell over. He's like... I laughed so hard I almost threw up. That shit was funny as hell.
That shit hurt, man. Hey, man.
How did you retaliate?
Laid in the ground for a little bit. Thought about life. What I was going to do the next day. What I was going to do to this dude. What's if I can get up? You know? That hurt a little bad.
But at the same time, he threw it. So, I mean, he kind of agreed to it. Like, I'm going to swing if you're going to throw. I mean...
You're right. You know, you're absolutely right. I'm like, man, I'm about to throw this, and he's going to hit me in the nuts. We're going to laugh about this in about 30 years.
Hey,
Here we are.
It's still funny. It's not. It's funnier. It's just
15
slightly
years later,
funnier
still
Yeah,
funny.
15 years later.
than
it's
that
still-
the PS3 fiasco with the. That was the same bat, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
It was the orange bat. Remember Malik was swinging the thing around.
He had a huge like red bat.
This was orange, Mark.
The one that you had was orange.
Okay, and the one that he clobbered your fucking PS3
It
with.
was a PS2.
No,
Yeah.
what were we playing? We were playing Tekken, right? Tekken Tag.
5.
No, we were playing Tekken Tag.
Tekken 5.
Tekken Tag, wasn't that PS2?
Was
Tekken
it?
5.
It wasn't Tekken 5.
Tekken 5. Because it wasn't even mine. I was borrowing it from somebody.
The game or the
Yeah.
PS2?
No, the game. And it was a PS2.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Oh, okay. Well, he hit that shit solid right in the middle. So in case
And
you
it
didn't,
said, the disc tray like popped open. The disc went flying. Like Marlon's like sitting on one side. I'm sitting right here. The disc said, "It's like," it's like, "Zzz," and it like it flew right in between us. I was just like,
it was.
I was looking at him. He's like, and he took off, and I went after him.
That's not how I remember it, dude. Okay. So the CD came out, right? And we both dodged. I looked at Mark. He looked at me. You looked at Malik, and Malik was like, how he was looking, he was like,
Just look at him, dude. He loves it, man.
To all the audio listeners, come join us on YouTube.
Yeah, for real. Yeah,
Holy
he
shit.
can't see his face. He can't see Brown's face, but he just like all the things. Think of all the stuff that like broke in my house, dude.
yeah.
He was always
wall?
there. Why is that? Yeah.
The wall.
Was it him sitting in my
That
wall?
wasn't my
The
fault,
bed.
though.
It was absolutely your fault.
The
What do you mean?
GameCube.
Was it his fault? The GameCube was his
I don't
fault?
remember
That
that
fault
was-
wasn't my fault either.
That was mine.
And your bed wasn't my fault either.
The bed was your fault. The bed was absolutely your fault, dude. It was?
To be fair, about the football thing with the hole in the wall, I did say and ask, would this be a good idea?
Yes, absolutely.
It wasn't because I cut my foot.
Yep.
Marlon got put in a wall.
A lot of people got hurt.
Yeah.
A
I
lot of
asked.
injuries that day.
I had a conscience that day.
Well, mine was football
But-
related.
it was.
Steve just, Pete had it out for you, man.
Yeah.
He was trying to put me through the wall, so I had a
Yeah.
bruise on my back from that. But I also got my foot cut on your bike pump thing.
Yeah, that bike
I
was
just
dangerous.
got peer pressured when I was like, hey, wait, hold up. Is this a good idea?
Tony
Like,
came
I,
on.
like I
saying,
literally
Tony was fine.
I literally stopped the whole. I had the ball in hand. I was like, "Wait, hold up, guys.
Yeah.
Do we think this is a good idea?" And everyone said, "Yeah." And I was like, "Okay. yeah." all right."
And Mark,
Me
you,
and Pete, you stupid, man, you weak, man. Like, hey, guys, stop. I was like, Marlon was just like,
Yeah, I remember. I threw the ball too. I was
big
like,
old torso
I was
hole
like,
in my ball, dude.
all right.
I was like,
I'm about to throw this ball to Marlon.
bad idea.
Have him right in front of me. It was
you
insane.
put some holes in somebody's walls too, Mark.
Ooh, that was a good goon moment.
Yeah, I remember. Me and Brian was the one that I wouldn't say we caused it because we didn't. We just happened to be there and beat you.
You tore that ass up.
And Aaron was the one that caused it.
Tore that ass up.
Oh,
Tore that ass.
Granted, our strategy is pretty sound. We're just like, all right, let's just beat fucking Eric up real quick, take all of his stocks, and then we just jump on it.
How many stocks did he take from you,
Yo,
Mark?
when you know that like your enemy says they're playing in front of you, and you know that's not a damn thing you can do about it. It's the worst feeling in the world. He's like, all right, who's next? It's Marcus and Eric versus Tony and Brian. He's like, all right, we're just gonna beat up Mark. We're just gonna beat up Eric and then kill Mark. Double team Mark. I was like, yo, just stay by me.
Did he take any of your stocks?
That's
Yeah.
the whole reason how it happened.
I think that's
Like,
what pushed
so
me over
wait,
the
wait,
edge. That's what pushed me over the
I think I
edge.
had like we
So
killed.
who were you playing? And who
Fox.
was and
Fox.
Who was Eric playing?
Fox.
He was playing Fox too.
Oh,
So you
did
know
he
I'm
play
already
Fox?
irritated.
Yeah, wow.
I was like, Fox. He's like, yeah, this is probably a good Fox game. Fox. I was like,
What?
I hate being the same character, man.
That's when
So
I
he's
was,
like, I was already bubbling because he told me your whole strategy that's gonna work anyway. And then he's like, Fox. I was like,
yeah, I think I was like at 3 stocks, and then Brown was at 2, Mark was at 2, and then Eric was dead. So like we had the game pretty much on
And then he wasn't dead.
but I was like,
But Mark was still trying to power through, which was
Yeah.
you know
He's
it
like-
was good.
he's like,
Mark killed me, and then I was like, all right, I'm at 2 stocks, I'm all right.
he's like, you want me to take a life? I was like, no. I was like, in my head, I was like, my chances are better with myself. I got 2 lives left.
And then
Let me try to do this,
yeah.
right?
And then we were
He
working.
said,
Mark.
I don't know, bro. I was
Yeah,
like,
like,
no.
Yeah. He's like, he kept saying that, and then we were working Mark. So then that kind of egged Eric. I was like, I don't know, man. You're not looking too hot. And so we're working Mark, and then all of a sudden, the next thing you know, you just see the little life thing go. Boop. and then right after that happened, me and Brian killed Mark.
Yeah.
And then it was them 2 versus Eric, and I had to watch that. I had to just watch that on the
It
sideline.
almost looked like it was like you got hit with a smash. You were flying off, and you were like,
said,
"What?"
I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't fight him that night. I fought people for less.
He said, "Gay." He said, "Damn it."
Well,
Yeah.
you punched the wall, and then that's when I ran.
And those are the,
They ran in the other room, woke me up.
yeah, Steve was sleeping.
Steve was asleep?
Yeah,
Steve was asleep?
Yeah.
Steve was like, man, this is boring.
and that was the top 7 goon moments of Weekly Reset podcast.
Do we only say 7?
That wasn't even 7.
Yeah, that was like 2.
Tony had some good moments, dude.
Yeah, I definitely had good moments.
Let's hear it. Let's hear at least one of them.
Everybody got to share one, dude.
Ooh.
McDonald's parking lot.
I wouldn't say that's a goon moment. That was just a moment.
I mean,
dude, he dropped everything. He lost it all. Dude, he lost it all.
Can you paint a picture for the audio viewers?
All right, so you know Tony had these Pumas, right?
Gotta get my money's worth.
Fat Farms. They're Fat Farms.
Bro, hold up, wait a minute. They were Fat Farms. Be correct about that.
You're right. My bad. They were Fat Farms.
I gotta get my money's
They were
worth.
Fat Farms for sure because he never tied his damn shoes, dude. Slipped them on, dude. Them shits was too loose that day.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's how you rack the Fat Farms.
Yeah, that is. It's not right. It's not right, but you ain't supposed to run in them. Though.
Yeah, definitely wasn't supposed to be running them. Yeah.
So we're leaving McDonald's, and I'm like, someone called shotgun, and I was like, no, whoever gets there first.
That was me. I called shotgun.
Yeah, tell him how much blue Powerade did Tony actually get?
He got like a
That was
large.
back when the McDonald's cups was like real big too.
oh,
You
is
gotta-
that
you gotta-
super size?
you
He
gotta
got like
get your
the
money's worth.
big ass one, and then like as we're leaving, he's like, gotta get my money's worth.
I was like, did you
Refilled
drink
it.
all that, Tony? He was like, yeah. I was like, hey, you getting some more? He's like, yeah, man, you gotta get your money's worth. I was like, true. And then he was walking outside, and Steve was like, I was like, Shotty. And Steve was like, whoever gets there first. I was like, Tony was like, Tony was like, his legs started doing this, like, you know how.
From my angle, it was even more hilarious because like I saw his legs, his like shoes were loose, and his like legs were going like go crazy. Because he's like losing his balance. He's trying to regain it.
He's like, he was not ready to fall. Dude. He wasn't about to fall. Tony was sticking it out. Dude. He was like, come on, legs. Come on. His legs was fighting to keep his ass up, dude. Shoes were going everywhere. He took like 13 steps and then he finally went down, dude.
The goal was
Tony, I can't take much more.
The goal was not to lose the shoes.
He slowed down a little bit. His legs started going crazy. He tried to reel him back in, but it wasn't happening, dude. He finally went down, dude. It was an ocean of blue Powerade. That Powerade covered the parking lot, dude. It was an ocean of Powerade everywhere. He lost all that damn Powerade. Dude. He said,
Did anyone else see this?
Yes.
Oh
$1,000
gosh.
people was on break. I was at the bench.
It was the whole staff.
He was outside on the bench watching the whole thing.
Did you go back and get some more power?
No, he can't.
He can't go back in there, dude.
He can't
No, damn,
do
he
it.
can't go back in there, man. No,
Did
damn
you
well.
pick up your cup or did you leave it on the
I
ground?
just love
Left
that
that shit,
shit.
With all 5 gallons of Powerade.
Holy shit.
With all 5 gallons of Powerade in the parking lot.
Oh man! Now for me, I think one of my favorite Tony Goon moments was back in middle school, and he remembers this one different, but I remember it this way.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know this
know
one.
the one.
That was definitely a good moment. Yeah, I'd say that's a good moment to me.
So we were getting ready for a party, and you remember Joseph Jowish? Mm-hmm. He went to his fucking locker, dude, and he had his 2-liter on the floor. And Tony took that 2-liter, picked it up like a football, and he was holding it like this, cradled it, and then he made one crucial error. He put his arm out like this, so he started running, and Joseph grabbed his arm, dude. He fucking swung him around like Bowser.
Oh, he's like, he took him for a ride.
That's what
He took him for a ride. He's like,
Oh,
jeez.
oh no, dude, that was horrible. You would have been fine if he didn't do it. And then he did it, and then he swung him into the locker, but he was horizontal, dude.
He swung him like a Looney Tunes cartoon. What are you talking about? Are you serious?
Shoe popped off.
See, I remember that one.
Then his shoe popped off.
No, I mean, you gotta remember,
Ouch.
this was middle school, and like,
sitting there.
do you
What are
remember?
you telling me right now? What do you mean he was horizontal? Joe swung him so hard he was in midair.
Yeah,
He swung him like Bugs
He was
Bunny.
like this, dude.
like you have to
Really
remember,
tuned his ass.
like in middle school,
Oh, Jesus.
Joe was probably like the size of a high schooler.
He was
Joe's
big.
He's
He
a
was
big
big
dude.
He's a big dude, man.
Yeah,
Dumb
and
idiot.
like we're still in middle
Dumb
school, like
idiot.
normal size. So yeah, he definitely ragdolled me, bro. He straight up like I was a ragdoll mechanic.
Ragdoll physics. He said, ha! He said,
You know,
like my body was just like.
Like when you fucking die in Fallout, dude. Your legs go all crazy.
he took Tony's arm and fucking.
Yo, and I swear I saw his shoe go flying off.
I was like, whoa!
It was like, well, it was just like one wide swing because like I'm running, he grabs me from one end, and then he grabs me,
grabbed that arm that you
and then
put
he
out,
just
dude.
swung me like,
And then
like a
Tony-
full like 180, yeah, 180, and just like,
Yo! What'd you do after that?
He sat there.
He sat there.
contemplated life a little bit.
we were heading to the music department, dude. I was heading to band, he was heading to choir, and Tony was heading to the floor. Holy shit!
Yeah, Tony was heading to the floor. He said, "Yo, the pop is all shaking up now."
Oh my god, dude, that was.
Snap! Yeah, that's wild, man. Even if I would have lost that fight, I would have had to fight him after that.
He was a big dude.
He's a
Like,
big
damn,
guy.
what's up with you, man?
Why'd you do that? My shoe. I should have tied my fat fork.
You really need to start tying these, man.
You tie your shoes now, though, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Lesson learned. Good.
Yo. Tony has some of the best ones. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Josh. Oh, we already went through like 6 years.
I didn't.
Steve.
I didn't
Steve
grow-
has a legendary one too, though.
I didn't grow up with Josh, so many of the Josh ones that you guys talk about. Like I remember you and Gian used to tell us. But...
I got some Josh ones. Ooh. A lot enough to do with his brother though. Bust his head
Could I
open.
get that beer?
Hey man, he threw it at me first, man.
We got another one.
Yeah,
You
we
should be
got
drinking
one
pretty
right
soon.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
I'm almost done with mine.
I look at Mark.
too.
Well, Mark's a slow drinker.
I did
So we
chase.
tell him to drink.
I did chase my brother through the woods once.
I remember that. I was there with you. I was like, yo, we gonna fight him when we find him. Josh was like, I got it. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Your mom was like, go get him. Yo,
That's all
by
she
any
had to
means
say,
necessary. By any means necessary.
Dead or alive.
Yeah.
I was like, all right,
What the
cool.
heck is you running away from?
I
bro?
caught his ass too.
Yeah, Josh caught him, man. Steve, goon moment.
I think we all know the one.
Which one, dude? Hey, man, which one?
The one I was pissed off about Halo.
Dude.
Yo, Steve, secretly, I just, Mr. Herbert gave him a butt whooping that night.
No.
Steve just came. Steve did what he had to do. He had to come to school, tell us nothing happened. Right? My dad didn't touch me, man. Yeah, he did. Yo, that's crying. He caught you when he got out the shower too. Steve. Nah. All right, man. That was fun.
It was just a friendly game of Halo, at least
It's never a friendly.
It was a
game
friendly
Halo.
game of Halo
for the guy upstairs.
I had
For the
fun.
guys upstairs, they were.
until Mark made one fatal move.
He was like, see, he was like trying to snipe him or whatever. I was like, man, they long gone. Dang, we lost. Steve was like, what the hell? I was like, what's up? We lost.
He said, "Happy birthday, Steve."
Steve, like, it ain't over till it's over, dude. And I was like, dude, they way over there. They got the flag, they way over there. We lost.
The way I picture that.
Well, that's not. That's well. That's not. Wasn't. I wasn't pissed off about that.
Oh, were you pissed off? Oh, because we lost?
No, because I was like telling you to like before they like had the flag. I was telling you to do something, and you went and did something else.
Yeah, damn, Mark, why don't you listen?
I mean,
Never
the
listen,
shotgun
Mark.
to my face afterwards, my back added to it, but
So I was just like stuck. So Steve was like, hey, man, all right, we got to go. He's like, nah. No, like, we got to go. He's
Yeah, I stayed for like a good minute of that, and then I was like,
it was
I
because
wanna
you like
walk home.
you legit were like, right when we lost, I was like, "You're like, all right, down we go." I was so pissed at that point. Like I was like at maximum pissed. Like I didn't have like 2 seconds to like cool down. You're just like, you're like, all right,
gotta let him cool down, even though I gotta get home. Yeah, we almost there. Steve got to cool off because we lost. What? Nah, I know Mr. Herbert got in that ass though. No, it's still no. After all these years, you're gonna tell us the truth?
Man, that shit was still funny to me though. Said, Steve, get your ass up and take your friends home. No, fuck you.
I was like, ooh. Can't say that.
We looked at each other and we were like, ooh.
Was I gone already when that happened?
You were, I think you were already gone.
Yeah.
You lived right up the road. So
Yeah, I remember. Well, I walked with Chris and Jeff because they were both on my team, so we were just talking about like, you think those guys are gonna get home? I was like, they gonna get home eventually, you know? Like, you're right.
So I got punished because of Mark's actions. So now I can't go home either.
I remember you called me that night though. You told me the story that I was laughing. I'm like, wait, what happened?
Dude, that was crazy, man. Yo, we did some dumb stuff, man.
Yeah, we did a lot of dumb stuff.
I stole Tony's account once
Ooh.
For what?
I remember that. Was
in Halo.
Oh yeah.
that was hilarious.
Damn.
Tony was mad at y'all, huh?
Yeah.
He was at max.
How mad was he? My bad.
I don't really remember it too much.
Yeah, he did.
Not really.
It was
He does.
it was the time when we all got kicked out.
We
right?
got kicked out, man.
Yeah.
So
We were all like at Tony's house, like everyone, and we were like parents kicked people out. So it was me, Josh, and Gian went to my house. So I was down the street, and we took.
before I left, I took my memory card and I copied Tony's Xbox Live account over onto my memory card. And then so
when we got to my house, we were playing with his account.
Goon moment for sure.
Goon moment for
Shit.
sure.
But then Tony decided to call the Herbert residence on the landline at
He said,
2
"Every time
o'clock
you
in the
got off
morning.
Internet, man.
So the phone started ringing. Me and Gian, C's asleep. Me and Gian are like, oh shit, dude, he's gonna wake up his parents. So we were like, I was like, all right, dude, turn off the lights, dude. Just pretend you're asleep.
They were like, dude, Steven, the phone's ringing. The phone is ringing.
She was like, okay, answer.
I said something like that. I was like, I don't care.
Then Steve dad comes up in here and be like, Tony crying that someone told his account. Can you guys give it back, please?
And I was like, yeah, whatever.
Were you crying?
I don't remember. I probably was upset.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to play it online or something.
Get off my account, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there were still people over at his house.
Oh.
Yeah, only us got kicked out for some reason.
And why was that? Because a couple of these guys are not like the others.
I got kicked out.
I want to say you guys were still there.
No, me and Brian.
One
definitely
time,
got
someone
kicked
hid
out.
in the closet. I remember when Elvis got
This
kicked
guy.
out.
Wait, so y'all had to leave too?
Yeah.
So everyone had to leave?
I think
Who stayed?
I hid in the closet.
I think that was a different time.
Or was it a different time?
Well, the time like when we got kicked out, it was like only so many people could stay. So
Yeah, us too. And we got nominated that we had to leave. I thought everyone else stayed though.
Nope.
no,
We all got kicked out equally.
Except for this guy who hid in the closet. Why don't we all just hide in the closet? Why don't we all just stay? Let's see what happens.
I'm sure we were way too loud for that.
Probably.
What about me, man? What about my good moment?
You
You already
told
went
yours,
through, like,
yeah.
you got put in a wall.
You want another one?
Give me another one.
All right, so middle school
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
was I think it was you and Peter. I don't remember.
Oh, bro, yeah. Speaking about the hallway of going to
No.
go to choir and band,
Oh,
yeah.
that motherfucker.
I was in the hallway. That's why I remembered it. It was so they had they were like stabbed each other with pencils or whatever. I think in one of the classes, and it like
Damn,
Peter
you
like
guys are
stabbed Marlon.
fighting,
It like
like-
put like a hole in his his jacket.
I had a jean jacket, man.
Yeah,
Put
Marlon
on-
wasn't pissed about him being stabbed. He was mad that there was a hole in his jacket.
Yeah. So next thing you know, I'm walking towards the band class.
Yeah, it was me and
and like
Steven.
you would like the hallway for all of our lockers were on the right. So I'm walking past, and all of a sudden I just see this person down the hallway grabbing someone's locker, ripping it open, and then going whoosh, whoosh, whoosh,
Yeah.
whoosh, and
Me-
like throwing all the papers out.
It was me and Steve walking. We were late.
I went beast mode on this locker, dude. There was like just enough for me to get my hand in there. I was like,
Yeah.
You ripped the locker
Yeah, he
open.
ripped the locker open, everything, threw all of his shit like
Why'd you
everywhere.
do all this stuff?
he stabbed me.
And left a hole in the thing.
Like
Is the jacket okay?
the weird
I
part.
don't even like jean jackets.
The weird part was like, so me and Steve was like already late, and for me, I'm just like, is no one seeing this? I was like, I guess not. Everyone's in class. Me and Steve were still walking to class, so there's no one. Like, there's no one. There's literally
empty hallway.
yeah, it's an empty hallway. Like down this giant hallway, Steve or Marlon ripping, and me and Steve were just walking down the other hallway. Like we're at intersection. We're just like. All right, we just keep walking after we see it. Like we literally, we
look,
pause,
and we're like,
we watch Marlon get the locker open, like rip it open, and then just started throwing paperwork everywhere. And then me and him both continued to walk out.
He's like, yeah, man. So last night I had this crazy game. He's like, yo, what's up? Is that Marlon? Yeah, he looks pissed. Yeah, anyway, so I was like, damn. Right?
No, because Steve was actually telling me the story because it happened.
Yeah, I was in the class.
Yeah, he was in the class.
Oh.
So he was telling me the story, and I was like, dang. I was like, they literally stab each other, and we're just walking, like talking. And then all of a sudden, I was like, dang. I was like, hey, is that Marlon right down there? And then yeah, and then Marlon was like, and I was just like, all right, we should get the class late.
Dang, dude. You all right?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, he just got upset because what was I doing to him? I was fucking with him. I was like, making like fart noises or something like that.
He starts making fart noises.
AKA another good moment.
Leave it to this guy. Fart sounds are supposed to be funny. So leave it to this guy to piss somebody off making fart noises.
I think I farted and I think I blamed it on him.
something like that.
And like I
Fart for real?
Someone, yeah.
So okay, hold on. I want to understand this. Y'all started stabbing each other because you farted and blamed it on him.
I didn't touch him though.
You didn't touch him.
He stabbed me first, so okay, let me go sharpen my number 2, my Ticonderoga, and get in his ass.
From my understanding, it was a pretty deep stabbing of on both their parts.
Yeah.
What is wrong with y'all?
They both left wounded.
Yeah.
And then I went down to his locker.
But yeah, after Marlon continued the retaliation,
How do you
from my
know it's his
understanding.
locker?
I think they had lockers like right next to each other.
Yeah, we all had lockers right next
So
to
I
each
just had to
other.
go to mine, and then his was right to the right of mine.
Yeah, because I think like I was like 2 lockers down from where Marlon was.
I want to say mine was right next to Marlon.
Yeah, like because all of us were right next to each other. But
It's all in fun, man. Like, haha, you farted. Hey, Peter farted, everybody.
And then he stabs you.
Yeah,
That's
that's not as funny.
Yeah, it's not.
Now I'm gonna stab you.
It's not as funny.
It was more than just like a stab. It was more like, oh, he stabbed you, you stabbed him back, and then he stabbed you really hard. And it was like escalating of stabbings.
I don't remember that. I remember he stabbed me. I saw red. I sharpened my shit, and then I don't remember what happened after that.
yeah, I remember talking to you later.
I remember them each stabbing each other like twice.
I just
And
remember
like
calling
first 2
you.
were like, oh, we're gonna get you, but then it was like Peter stabbed Marlon, left the hole, and Marlon was like, I'm fucking pissed, and he went over and sharpened it, and fucking
Yeah, I remember Marlon told me he's like
Marlon drew blood.
Yeah, Marlon was just telling me, he's like, you know what? I wasn't even mad that I got stabbed. And I was like, what do you mean you weren't mad when you got stabbed? You obviously got mad. He was like, nah, I'm mad that he ruined my jacket. I was just like,
He said, man, you see this hole in my jeans?
I was like, wait, what?
Oh man, I think I actually still have a scar from that. But speaking of ruined attire, what about that one time when you were riding your bike to Tony's place?
All right, man. Y'all want to talk about some video games? What's up?
Now it's just us embarrassing each other on the podcast.
Man,
We'll go to the
mom,
bathroom real quick.
mom told me not to wear those pants too. She told me not to wear those pants, man. I said, no, I'll be all right. I hit that damn tree. Man. Left a big ass mark or that.
The way how you explained it to me, and the way how you were just looking with your bike when you would like open the door. Yeah.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah.
What happened to you? I was like, let me in.
you just had that face like you were ready to hang out, like we always do. We were just like, I was like, yeah, man, we about to continue the tale. What's wrong?
I shouldn't have worn pants, man. He's like, I shouldn't have worn pants. You had to wear pants. You left the house. She said, "Don't wear those pants, dude." And I was like, "I'm gonna wear them anyway." I know I'm gonna be okay. Why was that damn pole so dirty?
I mean, like you rode to my house a bunch of times, yet you passed it for some reason.
Well, because didn't I say it was like somebody in that car that rode by? There was a chick in the car.
Yeah, I remember you said that, but like I just found it was like you rode past like the entire like street, like
yeah. Instead of turning left, I was like looking. I was like, "What was that?"
Oh!
I'm so mad. Dude.
She's telling a story right now. She's like, one time I was driving.
One time I was driving.
Saw this kid hit a pole.
Saw this black dude riding his bike and he hit the pole.
She like said, "Hey, loser." He looked over.
He hit the pole. His pants were all dirty.
What color were the pants?
I was
man?
like, "Oh, yeah."
What color were the pants, man?
They were like these gray. They're like these gray windbreakers or something like that, right?
I
But
think
like
so,
my
yeah.
mom had just got them for me.
Yeah.
Like, windbreakers were cool back then, and it had all kinds of rust action. You know, after I hit that pole, they were jacked up. All right, man. What's this next one we drinking now? Yeah, I like the color of this one.
Oh, this one's called
Whoa.
Horny Monk.
Whoa.
Yikes.
I thought you guys would find that funny.
Petoskey Brewing.
Deep,
Another Belgian
reddish,
style.
malty, and complex Belgian-style ale.
Yeah.
Got a little more color than the other one for sure.
The color's
It
way
was
better.
dark,
I like this one.
wheat.
Give some of yours. Oh, wow. This section is all kinds of messed up.
Goon moment. Jesus. Oh,
Wait, hold
jeez.
on. I got actual napkins. You're using tissue.
Hurry up, it's bubbling. Hurry up, dude. Tear it. Oh, God, that was close.
What are you talking about? You still spilled. That spill will
Just
forever
another
exist.
stain to the table.
Here, Josh, give me yours since you ain't gonna drink it.
That's just, it adds a little character to it, man.
Is this all you got, man? Oh, you got one.
You got a
too.
bunch of buffalo wings
Yeah, it was a
things over there,
4-pack.
too.
Let me taste this one first.
Oh man, let me tell you about some Wingstop, man. Wingstop is
I know
fucking
some bubbles.
legit.
The hell?
Wings out.
Yeah, you guys.
Wingstop's pretty good.
If
man.
you guys like wings, try Wingstop.
I like wings, too.
Shit's good.
Wingstop
I like it a lot.
is pretty comparable to Pizza Hut.
Oh, nah, I think it's way better.
I don't
say
like
it.
this one as much as the other one.
I did have the Korean spicy wings.
No,
Last
I had
Dude, what?
I had the lemon pepper
I had the lemon pepper too.
and
Do you feel like you should have been Asian?
hey man, remember when B-Dubs was fucking racist?
What?
No. You said Asian thing. Didn't you?
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, they brought Tony Asian Zing wings. He ain't say nothing about no damn Asian
Bro,
wings.
it's not that they did it. It's not the fact that they did it. They did it like back to back, like for like 3 weeks straight, like
What?
every time. Yeah, we went to B-Dubs because that's when we just figured out B-Dubs and it was like super cheap too. It was like 40-cent wings or something
We'd
like
always
that.
go on like Tuesday.
Yeah,
or
we'd always go like
Thursday.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, like every time. And we did that for a while. And I remember every time for like a good month or like 3 weeks, like I'd ordered the same fucking thing. It was the honey
No.
barbecue and the mango habanero, like half and half, all the time. And then order comes out.
Like, topsy real quick.
Order comes out. She's naming everyone's wings, and they're like, "Oh, that's me, that's me." And then she's like, you had
And
the
Asian
Asian zing, right?" Nope. No one.
You should say, why you say that?
No one in this table ordered that actually.
Why you say that?
Are you sure?
They basically said that because after what I think like the third week they gave everyone, I don't know why they gave everyone, but they gave everyone like a $10 or $20 like gift card because they messed up my order.
Because they knew what they did.
I
when
didn't
they
get
messed up, dude. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, what are you talking about?
I didn't get one either.
No, I'm pretty sure y'all got one.
I wouldn't know.
I remember when you got a gift card. I didn't get
I was
one.
there. I thought I was there, and I don't remember getting nothing.
I never get anything.
Man, you got $50 from the
Yeah,
Super
you got
Bowl thing.
$50 from Cash App. Dang.
Thanks, Cash App.
Not a sponsor.
Yeah,
It could be though.
it could be if they wanted to. Anyways,
Oh, man.
this is interesting.
I like it. I like it better than the other one, to be honest.
I like the other
I
one
like this
better.
one better. This one tastes like.
This is not.
Yeah.
I don't like this one. I like the name. I don't like the beer.
You like the name? Why do you like the name?
It's Horny Monk, man. That's funny.
That's why I got
It's
it.
funny about a horny monk. It's just sad to me. It's messed up.
It makes sense though.
It is. That is sad.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I
It's
guess
sad.
I don't have anything to say to that.
No, it's sad.
I don't like this one.
You gotta forever live like that, though.
Horny Monk. How's that taste?
Has a weird aftertaste.
Like a 7.
Yeah, it tastes
Really?
like
You like that?
Yeah, so
You
I like
dropped
it.
a bunch of pennies in mine.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
You like monks, right?
You guys like monks?
I'm giving it a 5.
Yeah.
I am also gonna give it like a 5.
So 5. What you thinking?
5.
5.
I gave
You
it
said
a
7?
Yeah, I gave it a 7.
Let me go ahead and taste this one more time.
Petoskey Brewing.
Keep the pennies to yourself.
It's probably the artesian spring water it uses.
Oh, artesian is like code for penny water.
Mm.
6.9%.
Marlon doesn't like it.
6.9%.
This is a 3 for me.
Nice.
Nice. That's
Nice.
the worst kind for your ass. Too. Keep the change.
Dude, 6.9%.
Yes.
I might say a 4 just for the name, but the taste alone, it's about a 3.
Yeah, it's not that.
It's
It's
not
not that good.
It's not that good.
I like the other one better.
I also do.
Yeah. Well, I
How
gotta
much
sit
you
here and
doing?
drink pennies. Anyways, what? Everybody watch the Animal Crossing Nintendo Direct thing?
I did.
Watched a little bit of it. Marlon told me about it this morning. I forgot.
I did.
Looks
I'm-
pretty good.
I'm hyped for
Yeah,
this game.
yeah, it's looking real
You can,
sweet.
you can build stairs and bridges over like
You can
water,
build your whole
and
island.
You can
Yeah.
pick where you want people to move, so you can set everything up.
Yo.
Based off of what everyone's told me, Marlon will not be listed as the best friend.
It,
Come on, let me come on over, man. I'll help you out.
No,
I'll
you
get
won't.
your shit looking right.
you
I'll
won't.
get your shit looking right.
No, you won't.
Let me borrow this tree, though.
Let me borrow this tree.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you some seeds back.
it's got 10 characters, so hot sauce works as a title.
Perfect.
He like counted it out.
He was waiting for it. He's waiting for it. I'm gonna definitely call my shit hot sauce.
I've done every Animal Crossing.
I don't know what I don't know what mine was. I don't even know what mine was before.
Will Nogville fit?
So I don't know what I'm gonna call my island. Dude.
I just pitched you a name.
No, you didn't. Anyways,
Yeah.
Wait, so can you have 8 people on one island? Like, can we live on the same island?
it said
No, it's
I thought it said
Or is it
eight
just you
it's
can?
8 per council, but like you can visit each other's islands. Like you can visit, like I can visit as many
Right.
people's
That's
islands
what
as I
you're
want.
saying, right?
But for an island,
So like if I live on an island, you can't be my neighbor.
no, not unless I'm on the same council.
It's kind of trash.
Huh? That's weird.
It is weird. We can't all like start a
An island together.
yeah.
Yeah. So I can't go visit Mark's house and see what he's
You can
doing.
when you go visit his island.
That is
I gotta go
And
all
then
the way to his island.
Yeah.
as long as he's your best friend, he can steal your shit, right?
Yeah, as long as you allow him to be the best friend. Yeah.
Man, I ain't got no best friends of mine.
Come on, Mark, man. Just let me help you out.
It's like
No,
hey Mark, you seem lonely.
I'm like, I'm good like this. I'm all right.
Because like I think each island you can have up to, I think including you is 8, but that's including like the NPC. So like if you have like say you have like 7 other family members all playing on the same Switch, and then
I thought you could only have. Okay, yeah. So you can only have one island on the Switch.
yeah, and then you can have only up to 8 people per island. And then so like if you have other like 7 other family members and they all play Animal Crossing in the same island, you won't have any. You can't recruit any of like the other like random NPCs or anything like that, like they were saying. Because like there's a total of 8 livable houses in the game.
I wish we could be on the same island. That'd be way better.
Yeah, be sweet, but whatever.
I don't know.
get
I'm
it.
pretty sure there will be a lot of clashes then. Just people just like, yo man, didn't I just make that bridge the other day? What happened to my bridge?
Sorry, sir. Bridge looked like shit. Had to take it down. Can't do it. Can't do it.
You see Marlon
I
switch.
needed the lumber.
You see Marlon
Yeah.
switch his costume to like a construction hat real quick.
Hey,
It's
you
like-
wanted
it's like,
one of these? Like he'll text me like at work or something. Hey, you wanted these stairs taken down, right? I was like, What? No, he's like, I took him down. It's like, what the heck, man? Heck no, I ain't sharing nothing with him, dude.
So
We can't be on the same island, dude.
But we're gonna be on the same island.
But yeah, you can visit as you know. It's not restricted to how many people you can visit or anything like that. But per council, you can have 8 people in an island together.
Now that's real time then, or is it like you have? Is it still that leader system? Like we have to start like a game.
I think
people.
I think you do have the leader system, but actually you can switch it up because like apparently you can play with multiple people at the same time. Like you can have up to 4 people playing at the same time on the same console.
It tastes like ass.
But like the leader is the only one that can like really do anything.
left, Marlon.
Where like
One
the
left.
other players just kind of tag along.
Finish this one. I still have a little bit.
And then from my understanding too, it's kind of weird because like whatever you find when you play, only the leader gets that item or like has like control of it. And then like in order for the other players to get it, you have to go to like one of the facilities that like has all the other like
You have to do the rare candy cheat code like in Pokemon Blue and Red.
I don't
Swim up and down the side.
Oh!
Take me to Cinnabar Island.
Oh, dude, what a great
But-
games are great. Games were so much better back then. I had to like.
I feel you.
You're right.
I can't wait to watch that shit again.
That's gonna be.
Yo, bro, you trying to sing that Missy Elliott song?
That was dope. Though. You have to admit, that sounded sick. I was like, how'd she do that?
Nobody knows the hell she said, man.
Nah, nobody knows what she said.
She said something about snurfed him to her nipple.
You said nipple.
I'm pretty sure she said nipple at the end. Right?
Super shaft hair nipple.
I'm pretty sure I heard nipple at the
I don't
end.
know. I'm about to listen to it when I get home.
But yeah, I mean, I think the whole being able to change and eventually like create your own island, like literally from like everything from making hills to making bridges to making ponds.
I like the fact that like if there was like a tree or whatever in its way, you just said where, like I want the tent here, and it just like cleared everything out. Like you didn't have to like. You weren't restricted.
Hey man, you still got all the Animal Crossing cards, right? We'll need to. I'm gonna recruit some specific NPCs.
What do you mean?
Another thing that you can do is like for the amiibo cards.
They have 4 series of amiibo cards,
Mm-hmm.
and they're compatible.
So like if there's specific
Yeah.
Animal Crossing
Yeah.
characters you want, you can like scan them and then they'll come to your island, and then you can try to like invite them to live on your island.
Where'd you get the cards from?
They were booster packs.
Yeah,
back
they're
in the day.
booster packs that you bought. One of my coworkers actually just went on Amazon and bought like this Series 2 boosters pack for like $50 or something like that.
Jesus.
Jeez, dude.
How much were they originally?
I think they're like
So
$30
so
per
there
pack or
it was
something
like
like
it was $6 a pack. You get 6 cards, so they're
Yeah.
$1 a piece.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you pay any more than that, you're getting ripped off.
So how many cards did he get for $50?
I don't know,
Six.
$50 for a case. I don't know how many.
I don't know because last I checked Amazon, there were like 4 packs for $30.
So he got ripped off?
So it was like $6 or $7 on top of whatever they were originally.
Sounds like he got ripped off.
I don't know how many he got. I mean, he just said that he just really wanted 2 characters and they were both from the Series 2, and he's like, I'm just gonna go
I
buy.
got like a shit ton of extra Series 2 cards.
He's like, I'm just gonna buy the whole fucking box, and I was just like, all right, what happens if you don't get it though?
Roll the dice.
Yeah.
He's like, I was like, I could just buy the characters for like 10 a piece, and that's $20.
10 a piece?
That's what he said the characters
Jesus.
were. Yeah,
What?
but
Wouldn't that be the smarter way to go?
he spent
10 a piece? You better be spending 99 cents to get that shit.
Hey, look, he
And
just
then they just bring like specific things to the island, right?
like each,
Well, I
each
think-
character has like a
I think
unique
first of
thing
all,
that,
like
yeah.
not everything is gonna be compatible in the beginning. They're gonna slowly add stuff, but I think actually with the amiibos, there's like a photopia thing, like mini island you can go to and you can take photos with the characters. And I thought they said that they would have like specific patterns or something depending on the character. But I think it was limited to not necessarily recruiting them to your island, but just having like a being able to take photos with them or whatever on a little mini game type thing.
Yeah.
The one thing that I thought was really sick, but I don't have, what was it, New Leaf on the 3DS, is because back in the 3DS you can create patterns, like grid patterns, and you can create like custom designs and stuff like that, and then you can make it for the game. You apparently can do that on New Leaf, and then make a QR code, and on the Switch you can scan it, and then you can get that pattern into your game. So like you want like your like couch to like have
that's
like,
kind of sweet because you can like view all these people like who do crazy stuff online, and you can like create that stuff.
yeah.
You remember my old room in the last one we played? I had all that Mario shit in the basement.
Yeah, that was
You
sick.
came down there and it was playing the music, and I had the little
sick.
fire bar going.
That stuff was sick, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
dude.
missed that. That was I can't wait for.
I
this
think
game.
I'm pretty sure they'll still have that. The one cool thing that I also like is that you can actually craft stuff now
Yeah,
too.
the crafting system seems like kind of sweet.
Yeah, like you can make shit like
Like,
chairs.
so you
and
don't
make-
gotta wait. Like there's patterns available or whatever, and you
And-
just have to collect stuff.
The shop is open 24/7.
Yeah,
24/7.
24/7.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Take my money.
Oh my god, he said, "Take my money." Yo.
and like
Dang, Steve.
And we're gonna be
You got a
playing-
Switch Lite yet? Steve said, "If I go in, I'm going all in."
Are you going all the way in, Steve?
I'll let you
Probably
borrow
not even
mine,
gonna
dude.
get it.
Going
Steve's
all
going to get
the
it,
way?
though. Steve's going to get it, though. Steve's
But-
gonna get
Are you
it.
going?
For Animal Crossing? No.
You don't like Animal Crossings?
No.
I'll let you borrow
Dang.
mine, Steve.
How do you like? You love The Sims, Steve. One of us loved The Sims, wasn't it, Steve?
Yeah.
Steve, me and Steve played The Sims quite a bit. I actually
Don't play
downloaded the.
motherfucker.
Oh, that was
I-
Sim City. Sorry.
I do
yeah.
dig some City.
I actually even downloaded The Sims 4 on the PlayStation 4.
Really?
I remember
It's
me and
free for
Marlon played
PlayStation
Sim
Plus
City
members.
for a
Oh, it
minute.
is right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sim City.
Sim City was legit.
It was like me, you, and Baby Brian. We were all
Baby
playing, and Baby Brian had like these grand schemes of like, all right, I gotta
Yeah, I remember-
build the optimal way.
Be like, yo, can I borrow some of your garbage trucks, man? My
He-
city is dirty.
He couldn't get power going. He's like, yo, I have to borrow some water from you.
He's like, I'm about to build the utopia. He's like, yo, I need some money, man. There's
He's
like
like-
all kinds of trash. in
He's
my
like, hey
streets."
man, how come my shit's still houses and you guys' shit is skyscrapers?
You gotta get started in utopia, dude. You gotta get it going.
The Switch version isn't too bad. If you picked it up,
It
when
lags a
was
little
free.
bit.
Then once you start getting like up there, like once you got like a population of like 100,000, then it starts getting a little rough. But that was why I stopped playing it.
The Switch has some pretty new stuff that came out. I went to because I went to the mall today too.
Which one?
What else came out, Tony?
The Digimon Cyber Sleuth series. It's a 2-pack too, and for $40.
What'd you call it?
Cyber Sleuth.
Cyber Sleuth.
That's what.
Say it again.
Cyber Sleuth.
One more time.
Cyber Sleuth.
Now 2 more times.
No.
Cyber sleuth. I want to see where this goes.
But I mean, I like the first one. I didn't get. I mean, I have the second one on the PS4, but I haven't played it because this is back when I worked at GameStop, so I just bought all the games.
Was that
Yeah.
good? I remember the first one, but there's another one now?
Yeah, there was the second one that came right after it, but the first one I thought was sweet. It was like the old school Digimon where like RPG style. You had 3 Digimons that you always train, and then like you level them up. You can like digivolve them. You can like fuse them. You make all these crazy stuff, and then the story was weird, but the combat was super fun, and they had like the the old dungeon style, and I was like, wait, the fuck?
I
It's on the
liked
Switch?
Monster Hunter better.
No, Marlon ruined that shit for me.
That's
Or
Monster
was it
Rancher.
Monster
Yeah,
Rancher.
yeah,
that's
yeah,
it.
Monster Rancher. Yeah,
Monster
Marlon ruined
Rancher.
that shit.
That
Yeah.
game was so rare and it was so much fun.
Marlon fucking ruined that shit for me
It was a good game, dude.
Why do you ruin it?
because he broke my original copy.
Okay, so
That'll ruin it.
So Tony Goon moment.
it's definitely a good moment.
That was definitely.
I borrowed this fucking shit, and at the time that was like some new shit. This is like PlayStation 1 era.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
And if you remember the show, you could found like these discs and they had different monsters in them. So they kind of did the same thing.
Okay.
So like you went to an area and they would have you open up your PlayStation and you could put in like different CDs.
Whether
Like
it be
you have, like, around
game,
the house.
movie, music, you put it in, and like there are actually specific CDs
Yeah.
made specific monsters.
Interesting.
So like, you know, like it was almost good to have a collection of music or movies or everything like that.
I didn't have that shit. My mom did though, so I took her Whitney Houston CD and put that shit in there.
What Whitney make?
I got this the little 4-box Caterpillar guys. And I was like, yo, this is legit. I fucking trained him up, dude, and I was going into the tournament, and I was on the last fucking guy, and I died. And then after that, my Digimon, or my monster died.
Yeah.
And he turned back into egg. I was like, no! I took the disc out, and I was like, took that little Blastoise from Burger King, the one that squirted when you pressed his back. And then I threw it at the CD, dude, and it fucking cracked it.
So this was a Marlon good movie.
Marlon good movie. He said, "Yo, what's up?" He's like, "Yo, what's up, man? How's it going, Monster Ranch?" Or Monster Ranch. He's like,
Yes, how about that?
"Yo,
Hey, I'm gonna need it.
he's not broke it."
You got some duct tape?
No fixing it.
Yeah.
No fixing it.
Nah, did you come on? Tell Tony right away, or did you just hope he did?
He like. So you know how you let me borrow that Monster Rancher game? Like it was like the very first thing after he called me too. He was just like, "Hey, so you know that Monster Rancher game?" You're like, "Yeah, what's up?"
Story though. He told you like
I did.
His monster died and everything.
Yeah, he told me the whole story. Yeah, he told me he's like, "Yo, man."
Like,
so
you
I
feel
was
bad
in the
for him.
tournament, right?
Damn, man.
And I was like, "Oh, nice." So it's like, and I lost in the last one, and I was like, "Dang." So I was super pissed. I was just like, oh, where's this going?
Yeah, nah, man, that's crazy. I'd be pissed too, man. Dang, that's messed up. So you grind
like,
back
well,
at it, huh? He's like,
I'm glad you. It's like.
I can't play it no more.
It's like
What
said, why
happened?
not?
Did you get it back?
it don't work on my console anymore.
It's not gonna work at yours either.
I said we're done playing Monster.
Because I was like, well, just go get another one. I mean, just borrow the Whitney Houston CD, like create another one, you know?
He said, I can't.
I can't. Huh? I can't. I fucking hammered it.
But I will say the card game, Marlon actually is weird because even though he hated the game, he found like a card game of Monster Rancher, and I had like a blast playing that.
Monster Rancher, dude.
Yeah.
That's like the worst out of all, like the Pokemon-esque.
It's
Like,
really not, to be honest. They look stupid. Some of them do. Like the little yellow guy with the fucking
big
eyeball.
eye.
yeah. Yeah, that. All right, so that's better than Digimon?
Hold on now, man. Hold on now, man.
See?
You can't beat Agumon, man.
Is it better than Pokemon?
Which generation are we talking about? Because some of them suck dick.
They do. 3?
I know that one's your favorite, so yes, it's better than that.
That's messed up, dude.
That is your favorite? Really?
I like 2, actually. But 3 is good, too, though. I don't know between 2 and 3, actually.
2 is my favorite.
2 is your favorite?
Mm-hmm.
Gold and Silver, the games themselves had a bigger impact, I think.
Yeah, they were
Which
the
one
best.
had Tyranitar?
Is that
was way
Diamond and
later.
Pearl?
Yeah, that was like
We should do like we should do Pokemon trivia, Steve. See who knows which Pokemon came from what
I
generation.
fucking failed that shit in the quickness.
It's like, which number?
I'll fail like the Sun and Moon one.
Oh, I would feel the Sun and Moon one
Well,
too.
sure,
I
you
didn't
wouldn't
finish
be.
it.
It wouldn't be just a number. It'd be like, how much do they weigh? How tall are they?
Oh, hell
What
no,
is the
Steve.
tallest Pokemon?
Yeah, something like
I
that.
want to say like Onyx, but I know that's wrong.
That fucking water guy in his mega form?
Oh, we counting Dynamax for him?
Yeah, the
Hell
Dynamax.
no, dude. He always
You can't count that one because that's. I always
all right. Water gun.
The
Wait,
alone,
why
He's a uncle.
alone,
Why is there a red dot on my chest?
Yeah,
Wait, what do you? Oh my god!
All right, Italian water gun. He said, huh? He said,
you hear that little beep.
water gun.
He said, I'm doing it. No, over there. Had this coming, sir. I told you when I wanted some Poke Puffs last night.
I wanted some Poke Puffs.
The Alolan Executor, dude.
Yeah, that is pretty tall too.
Oh, yeah, the grass dragon. That's what I was going to say. But
Yeah.
that one's it's still stupid. It doesn't actually fit in the screen.
Isn't Dragonite like huge?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I got to put my my shiny Dragonite into my Pokemon home.
I still gotta figure that out. Did anybody try Pokemon Home yet?
Nope.
Ah.
I did.
You did?
I wasn't like 100% confident on it, so I was like going through and I was like, all right, I'm gonna grab this Weedle, I'm gonna put him in there. And I was like, okay, he's in there. Cool.
Yeah, it's kind of sweet. It's kind of sweet though.
It went through like real quick too.
It's really sweet. It's like it's designed to like you're supposed to transfer like everything to it, right? Like you're just allowed like it'll just keep track of everything.
I believe so.
Yeah. It's sweet.
But this Digimon game that came out today, right?
We got a new follower just 18 minutes ago.
Pouches. X
Thanks for
pouches.
following, man. If you're still watching.
Yeah.
He liked your goon moments.
The goon moments.
Whoa.
But the yeah, what's up with this game, man? So how much is it? 40 for 2?
For what?
40 for the 2 Digimon games? Or,
Oh yeah.
All right, Mark,
It was like
20
$40 so you get both the both
pay
the
40
games.
for it.
The first game and the second game. And I was like, that's pretty sweet because
I
like
get the second one.
the first one
You don't even play games.
I gotta play the first
I
one.
will say the first one I
Goon?
didn't finish it, but like where I was at was like pretty much towards the end. Where I was making like all like the dope like Digimons like Omnimon were like the Metal War Greymon and the Metal.
Which one is the best starter Digimon ever?
The one that turns into the metal wolf thing that he was talking about.
The Metal Wolf.
I forgot what his
I
name
know
was.
his name.
It was
The one
like-
with the little horn?
No, the Metal Wolf that has rocket launchers and shit.
Yeah.
Metal
He was
Garurumon?
blue with the
Yeah.
he was blue with the stripes.
Garurumon.
The stripes and he has a
It's
little
Gabumon.
horn.
Gabumon?
Was it
Yeah, he
Gabumon?
was like the
I don't think it was Gabumon.
I forgot what the little ball
He had
version.
like he had like a little unicorn horn.
Yeah.
He looked like a fucking Furby.
I can't
Check it out,
spell
Steve. Can you pull him up?
Furbies have a unicorn?
Yeah, he can, well, pull up Gabumon and you'll see what I mean, man.
Man, what's up with you, man?
Oh, it is Gabumon.
Yeah, see, I told you.
Yeah, see, dude, you got the little horn, dude.
Oh, no, I thought he turned into the T-Rex thing.
No, that's Agumon.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
Agumon,
I
dude.
got you.
Bro, see, yeah, I was the Digimon, like, play.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, see,
Gabumon.
Gabumon.
Yo, you don't, dude. All right, what does he turn into, Steve?
I don't know.
It's Metal.
I don't know.
Metal Garurumon. I actually like it when he turned into the werewolf version, where like he was like a fighter. You know, yeah, I thought that was sweet.
That is sweet.
Mark likes Patomon.
What's Pato, man?
These are the one that turns to Angemon.
Oh,
he was
yeah.
sweet. Yeah, he was
Yeah, I
sweet.
like him. He was sweet.
Yeah.
He was sweet. Dude.
I
He was
liked
sweet.
Gomamon, dude.
You're saying it like I know who these people are. Oh, you
Oh,
would.
he turned into that walrus guy.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
you
sweet.
nasty.
Hey, check out what was the poop? What was that? Sukomon?
What'd you
Yeah,
say?
yeah,
Poop?
yeah.
The Poopmon.
Yeah,
you
the
can
guy
get in
looks
on
like
that
a piece of shit. Yeah.
But if you could get him to evolve, he evolved into that little small wrestling dude.
What does he look like? He looks like poop?
Yeah, he literally.
Oh, no,
looked like
wait.
shit.
No, the poop guy. He evolved into what was the monkey's name? Remember the monkey?
Yeah, I remember. I know the yellow monkey. It looked like he was a monkey, but he was wearing like a suit over himself.
No, I think he looked like a DJ.
Are you serious? Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
I mean-
oh, man.
Yeah. I liked it quite a bit. I was like making all like the getting to the really dope like Digimons and stuff like that.
Digimons.
And yeah, it's turn-based RPG, which for most of you guys know that I love turn-based RPGs.
What you do, dude?
Yeah.
No
What?
way, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
He said, no, it's crazy.
Yeah, turn-based RPG. Like I had like Skull Greymon 2 at one point. I was like, yo, this shit is legit as fuck.
I might have to scoop it up.
I remember that one. You remember Andromon?
Yeah. He was
Angelmon?
Angemon.
Angemon.
Angelmon.
Where's Devimon?
I remember when those Digimon cards came out. I had that like pink, like little Angemon like rare card.
What the?
Do you remember that one?
What the?
They got some crazy looking shit on you. Oh, what
Yeah.
the fuck is this? Oh, Steve, you got baby bladder? You got baby bladder.
like, and you can make like some of the cooler ones too. Like you could make like Black War Greymon too. Like
Oh,
yeah. And I was like,
yeah.
yeah, this shit is dope.
I might have to scoop that up, dude.
Yeah. So if you're looking for like an old school,
Saber and Leomon.
yeah.
Ooh, ooh.
That shit was sweet.
Woo-hoo!
And then they did a lot of the newer Digimon too. Like remember when me and you played like the card game, and my game fucking glitched on me. Man, that shit pissed me off.
What the?
That's
Oh
him.
heck!
That's the poop guy I'm talking about.
What the
Which
heck?
one? Oh yeah.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
What did he turn into?
I want to say he turned into like the wrestling guy, but I can't remember his name. But
Hulkman.
that's not right.
Wrestling man.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a
Scrappy
good
Mon.
game. If you like old school,
Scrappy
if
Mon.
you like old school RPGs,
Primate Mon.
that's a good one. I will say the one thing that kind of sucks is that even though it's like a newer game, there's like literally no voice acting. So
It's
it is
all scrolling text.
Yep.
You ready?
Skip that shit.
What? No.
Press start to skip.
What's the name, like Namamon or something like that?
Nanimon.
That's what he turned into?
Nanimon.
Dude, no wonder you like that,
Nanimon?
dude. Nani?
That is not what he turned into.
You gotta say it like that,
You
Mark.
trying to get ripped, Steve? Rip it. Let's get it on.
What are you doing?
Dude, his name is Nani? Mon.
Nani? Mon. The question mark is in there too. Dude.
I like him.
He said I like him.
Look at the fucking picture this guy drew.
Not even close.
That's pretty close, dude.
What?
Oh, they did him dirty.
They didn't even put arms on him.
What?
Did him
That's
dirty.
terrible. What do you look?
That's pretty good.
No, it's
I like
not.
that.
That's terrible.
What you mean?
Yeah,
Oh, jeez.
that I thought that was kind of cool that they made that. So I was literally just like, should I buy it right now?
Yeah.
But I'm still working on
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, you remember that little teddy
What was
bear
it
guy?
called?
The
That-
creepy ass teddy bear?
Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about
Yeah,
right there.
the monkey guy. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He looked like a DJ to me.
Oh my god.
Out there getting freaky.
Looks like a rapper.
What the?
Kinda, yeah.
Got the chain.
What was his name, man?
Shit, I don't know.
Edamon?
He's- Ape Man.
Edamon.
Edamon.
Yeah. I still know my Digimon.
I do not.
I played a lot of the
I actually
Digimon
did
games.
find that game in my closet.
What?
The original one where you you started off with the egg and you trained.
Oh,
you
that one?
You had
That game-
headbutting sandbags and
Bro,
shit.
I still never understood how well you took care of your Digimon. Like, my Digimon always died on the second form or something like that. Marlon going into the fourth form and
I'm out
shit.
here getting metal mommy-mons.
Yeah, yeah, I was just like-
I was like, oh.
I was like, how are you doing that?
Tearing them up.
Ooh.
But
He was good at taking care of Digimon?
I guess so.
Dude, I might pick this up. I didn't know. What time is GameStop close?
all right. But it is just like the old school games too, where
It's
how
40,
you,
you said?
yeah.
No, I'm going to check out Walmart.
40
man.
for two,
Yeah, it's both of them. It's the first one, and then you get the second one. But it's just like on the other Digimon games, where whatever you choose, you kind of can choose a path depending on how you level them. They can digivolve into different Digimon.
You got
and
a
stuff
4.8 out of 5, 4.9 out of 5, 8 out of 10.
I told you, man, the game is straight. I played a good
Came
chunk
out in
of the first one.
2015.
Yep.
We got to check at Walmart.
GameStop's
man.
got it at $37.99. Walmart's got it at $39.82.
Some of the sales at Walmart
$40
though,
bucks?
you can go to
For
sometimes
two
you can go to
games?
Walmart and you can pick up some of the new games for less than 60. So when Kakarot came out, they had it for $49.96.
What?
Such
They
a
were sold
weird
out,
number.
Yeah, if you go there, it's not normal
96
pricing.
cents. What?
But and like I said, and what's really nice about it, it's a long game. The first game, I think I was 40 hours into it, or so like that. So pretty good hours into the game if you want to play it. But again, it is more older style, turn based. You have 3 characters or 3 Digimons that you're training at the same time.
3 Digimons?
Yep. And you can you can if you're not battling somebody, you can capture Digimon and stuff like that, and then train them, and then use them to digivolve and stuff like that. But yeah,
Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champion.
Digital.
Oh, the nerdy dude
champion.
that came in, yeah. Digimon into champions. Digimon into ultimate. Dun, dun. That show's whack, dude.
What you mean it was whack?
What's up?
Motherfucker.
Dude, when he's like, to save the digital world.
Yeah. He tried to freak the world. Yeah, so if you don't skip this.
He said, bitch, you don't give me my fucking Digivice and my Digimon. You shut up with that shit.
You don't skip this intro and start the episode.
You better get your Professor Oak ass out of here.
I was like, yeah, skip. Nah. Is Digimon more popular than Pokemon? The show? The shows, just the shows.
No.
No.
Are the games more popular than the
I actually like out of the
definitely
shows.
not.
I actually like the was it the second season where they had the one guy who he got separated when they all like came to the digital world or whatever. He got separated. He had that virus Digimon. He eventually became a good guy.
I think that was still part of technically the first series.
I don't think so.
Like they met up with him way later.
I think it was the second like series or second season.
Because I think the second season was when like they started like fusing Digimons, where like they were just like, yo, we can fuse together. And then the third series is when like the people that were like picked, they were fusing together with the Digimon, and I was like, all right,
Oh,
now,
that shit was whack.
yeah, I was like, now you're getting out of hand with that.
Well,
Marlon have a goon moment.
you about to.
Wait, you about to?
Yeah, you about to.
What's your problem, dude?
What's your problem, dude?
All right. That's cool.
All right, what else came out, dude? I gotta go buy Digimon.
I might go pick this up tomorrow.
Molson that we.
Oh! Floor is yours.
All right. All right, I guess I'll start with the things that I like because there's a lot of
Let's
things.
start from the
wrong.
very beginning where we all started.
Man, I've been hanging out with your ass too long.
Yeah.
Let's start from the
Pissed me
very
off.
beginning.
Why?
I logged in. You do the first quest.
Okay.
You each get a power. Tony got a power.
Josh, there's
got
lots of
power.
bugs. I will say there's lots of
thanks,
bugs.
Josh.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey man,
and
where do you
lots
get the
of bugs.
powers at? They're like, it's in your bag. I was like, oh yeah, I clicked in, and they're like, oh, it's in
Lots
your,
and
it's in
lots
your
of bugs.
moveset list, and I'm like, I'm going to moveset.
Here's
list.
what I
don't got
think I know
nothing,
what
dude.
happened to Josh is if you're talking to the chick when you get the power and you right click it, you're still talking to her, so you sell it to her. And the bug is when you sell it to her, there is no buyback from her.
There's
so,
a buyback button.
but there's no buyback from her. So that's what happened. Josh sold it to her and he couldn't buy back from her. So that was the bug. There's lots of bugs in this game.
There's a lot.
All I know is Tony and Steve had cool new moves in the very beginning of the game, and I have shit.
I will say though,
Y'all was over there slashing and gashing, and Josh had empty pockets.
And then like
He's
right
over there
after
with
that,
the rubber ducky inflatable.
I mean, you do get powers pretty regularly. Like,
Yeah.
so,
You
so
do.
like they drop.
No, but nah, man, I want to start with my stuff, man. Give me my stuff.
Well, don't
and
sell
then,
it to her.
And then Steve, we all get a ring as like the first quest reward. Steve's like, where the fuck my ring?
Oh well, that was another bug. Literally, like my
It was another
inventory.
bug. Don't worry.
My
there's
inventory was messed up.
He said, "Don't worry, just play it."
plenty. No, I said don't worry. There's plenty.
Oh,
There's
oh,
plenty of
man.
bugs. Okay,
Tons
well,
of bugs.
that one was like my inventory was messed up. Once I relogged, everything was fine. But
Did
He
you
got his
have
ring
the
back.
yeah,
Okay.
I
It was-
relogged and I am spellbound.
that's because you sold it. You sold it to her, and there was no buyback. That was a different bug. I will say there's tons of bugs. Let me start with what I like about the game.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't start with the bugs.
Yeah, don't start
I
with
like,
bugs.
yeah, I like the fact that you're pretty much you got one character. There's no like multiple classes, so you can switch up your build no
It's like
matter what. You
Final
can,
Fantasy.
Sounds like Final Fantasy 14, Steve.
Yeah.
Continue.
so yeah, you can do you can like focus up more on magic, or
Okay.
you can do like a ranged one, or you can go melee, spin to win Marlon with the Blade Storm, and so you can switch. It's like you're not locked into like a ranged class or a melee class. You can be like, oh, halfway through the game, I just want to do melee instead of ranged.
Yeah.
You can switch it. So that's pretty cool.
Okay.
The talent stuff is pretty cool because like you can like there's tons of like things to put your like talent points into. You can kind of like be like, oh, I want to go over to work my way over here. How do I spin the little wheel thing to get to it?
Sphere
But-
Goods, Final Fantasy X.
Yeah.
There's a lot, a good amount of like complex to that. I do like the fact that everyone has a role.
That's the bad one.
I do like the fact that you have a role, because when you're fighting like the elites or bosses, whatever, they have like actual mechanics that you kind of have to avoid. So like being able to like roll and like avoid them is kind of like part of the whole thing, compared to like Diablo 3, where like when you're fighting elites, you just kind of like shoot them. Shoot them, yeah.
Is it like in Guild Wars where like, you get like a certain amount of rolls?
Yeah,
there's
like
a stamina bar.
There's a stamina. You
with,
start
like,
with
little
4
circles. Yeah.
You start with 4 rolls. They recharge as time goes by. You can get more, I think up to 8 or whatever. So you can get more. And then so like, but yeah, like when you're fighting bosses and stuff like that, there's like red areas that like show up right before they're gonna be doing moves. So you can kind of like, you can move out of the way.
Like bosses in Warcraft or something.
So you can like move. You can like, I gotta get out of that. So then you get out, move out of the fire, pretty much. So I like that part. I mean, it is a newer game, so the power creep isn't quite as bad as
buggy
as Diablo 3. What's the buggy?
Well, tell me the positives, man.
Tell me the positives.
You keep roping me back to the buggies. I don't like bugs.
I'll say that
Unless
like
it's Beedrill.
as far as the power creep, I feel like there isn't like, you're not just like,
But
you're
free up your
jumping
schedule.
from like 10 damage to like 100 trillion damage. Like like you know in Diablo, like you're doing like 100,000 damage, and all of a sudden you jump up to like 10 billion. Like there isn't that. I haven't experienced it yet to like that power creep of like you're just going crazy or whatnot. So the end game is kind of cool. You kind of like a town that you can kind of like upgrade, and you kind of like work towards it. And it's not like you have to invest too much into it. You just kind of like pick what you want to like work on, and then as you do like the rifts and stuff like that, you upgrade your stuff, essentially like that. So more magic find, more gold find. You can like turn gold into the other resource to like be able to like do stuff. And
can I do the buggy part now?
Man, you go last.
Steve sounds like he actually enjoys this game.
Like it's fun.
Okay.
It's fun.
It's okay.
I will, like I said, we'll get into the points that I don't like, but it's like I'm trying to give like, yeah, there are some good points. It's like it's very close to Diablo,
dude.
As far as like the feel of like it's an eight.
So first of all, if
ARPG.
you're looking at the very first menu, like the UI, it is exactly the same as Diablo.
It looks better than Diablo.
I will say the graphics.
UI,
I do like the graphics.
UI, like menu
really
buttons and like getting into the game and switching everything or whatever, switching the settings. It looks 100% like Diablo. A lot of the character design is pretty close to Diablo.
It's
okay.
It's
I got 2 more points into what I like. Okay,
2 more.
So the riffs I like, because they have like the end game riffs where it's like, you got your normal riffs and you got your advanced riffs. One nice thing I like is like you can like increase the difficulty on your riffs, and like you just pretty much spend gold and you can like add modifiers to it, and they give you like I think 3 or 4 like different ones that you can choose from, so you can kind of like luck of the draw really as you're going. You can like pick 5 different things to like upgrade your thing. So it's like get some like I got
it more difficult, and then when you make it more difficult,
like some of them are
gives you better loot.
Yeah, so yeah, it gives you better loot. Some of them are like, this. It's like, they just have more movement speed. That's an easy one. This one they have they actually have they have like resistance.
3.
Now they have like an extra modifier or whatever, so you can kind of like pick whatever. So I like that part. The transmog system in it is actually pretty sweet too.
It's probably one of my favorite things.
Like
in the game,
you can pick everything.
But how does it vary from Diablo? Because isn't Diablo's transmog system like
you can
just about
let's see you get into it. I don't know if you tried it, but it's pretty sick.
Like I've played more than them, so I'm like so you can pick what you can pick.
Did Josh get banned yet?
No. Why would I get banned?
Okay, go on.
So you can like pick each set. You can pick like each armor set and whatnot. But each armor set has dyes that you like for each color that you can like pick from like each thing. So like you can get like the trim on like your armor. You can put a certain color, and then you can put the main color on this one, and then like you can like so it's not just like Diablo where it's like you just put one color and then you don't get to pick which part of that color is that. This one like. You have 3 or 4 or 5 whatever pieces of it.
You can literally make
customize
like a radiant color. Like you can have like the shoulders start black on top and then go down and go like silver.
The crazy thing is each piece, like each shoulder, each like thing is like all separate pieces of gear.
Yeah, because you actually have like 2 different shoulder pieces, 2 different gloves, so you can kind of like
It's fully customizable. Like literally your whole.
So like you have a left glove and a right glove.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And a left shoulder,
right shoulder.
And then you got like your helm, chest, legs, boots.
And so
then
like
2 rings.
when you do it
your
too,
weapon,
like
and your neck
like when
piece.
you're fully customizing your character, you can do it down to the fine line. Like you can make your red gloves like kind of like a red and black, and then you can have your other gloves like white and gray, or just whatever. You can make it like a stylistic.
Or you can make them run around in a G-string, whatever.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can
dude, remember Mark's dude in WoW when he logged on and he was in his skimpies? Jeez, dude, that's like back at home for you.
I remember he
Fucking
has a
goon.
screenshot still, probably.
Yeah, there's a screenshot of my dude from Wild floating around here somewhere. It's his draw. That's why I always want to go back to see what my dude is doing, because you don't never know if he's naked or not. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, like in my opinion, like with Steve, like I think if this game again,
If it wasn't for all the bugs, it'd be.
if it wasn't
yeah.
if it wasn't for the bugs, it'd definitely be way better in my opinion
How did
than
you
how
check
Diablo
that?
3 is.
So, going on to the bugs,
Because you said
I personally haven't
I'd be
experienced any
drilling
like
all night.
game-breaking bugs, and I've seen online that there have been like some game-breaking bugs, and
hell.
I've actually seen Tony experience one, but luckily we were in a party, so it was easily fixed.
Yeah, I was stuck in a wall.
Tony was stuck. He leaped into a wall and got stuck there.
That was
Yeah,
funny.
like I
But
literally
he was able to just like teleport to us, and it was like
I literally was
clear.
like we were fighting a boss or like a little like mini boss, and I was just like I had a leap move.
So if
where
he
pretty
was
much,
playing
you
by
just, like,
himself and he was
I literally
stuck,
like
would there
jumped,
be any
and the
way
leap
to
is,
get him
like,
out of there?
You have a spear
I
and you just jab
don't.
him.
I
I'm
don't know.
just,
Like, he might be able to leap out of
And
it,
then-
but I don't.
And then I leaped onto him.
I don't
and I was
know.
just like,
Oh, that's fucked up.
He was
Yeah.
just sitting
So that's like the
there.
closest one to like a game breaking that I've actually experienced.
So
Yes.
one annoying thing is there's an online and offline mode. So you might say that's cool. If
but you
I'm
can't
going
play
to,
your online characters offline.
yeah.
Yeah,
So they're
Hell
separate.
no.
So they're separate characters, which is kind of annoying because like, why is that even a thing?
If my offline guy is decked out, I want to show
that's
I wanna
fucking
play with
dumb.
my friends. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking dumb.
So I
Um,
always play online because there's no
Yeah,
reason not.
there's
to, 'cause
there's no reason to play offline. It's just,
Unless you're, like,
stupid.
playing with these guys and Josh just like skips all the cutscenes and Tony will want to go back and watch the actual story. 'Cause I was like, I watched most of the story but whenever I play with Josh, I was just like,
yeah.
skip.
Like Steve even said it, like, yo, watch
I'm
this.
watching this
And then
shit.
all of a sudden Josh like skipped it, and I was like,
What? I stayed in all the cutscenes that we were supposed to watch.
They both are saying that you skipped them.
Like it was like the
make it to
final
max
cutscene.
level?
It was like the final boss, and we were watching. I was like, yeah, you gotta watch this cutscene. And then he like,
We died and then I watched it.
no, we didn't. You didn't see it.
yeah, I didn't.
He said you
one?
didn't see it. You didn't
Which
Like,
one?
you cut halfway apparently from what
Yeah.
Steve said.
Which
because, like,
one?
The one where Val, I don't want to ruin anything, but
Yeah, you mean which one? Did you skip one? Or not? Did you
when
skip
Val
one or
was
not?
fighting the father guy, you skipped that one.
When he got choked out and thrown in the middle?
No, there's more to it. I think.
Yeah.
I think that was like
Anyways.
after. But-
Anyways, that's the annoying part is the online offline thing.
right,
If
well,
you
That's
if you
not
want
really
to
that
group,
annoying though, because I mean, you just
if you want to group together,
okay,
that was probably
okay.
one of the most
My
annoying
God.
things. Yeah.
for sure, trying to get a party together
so
was difficult sometimes.
Steve
because-
signed online, Josh signs online. Steve's like, hey Josh, I see you. I'll be like, Steve, you on yet? Be like, yeah, I'm on, dude. I see you. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, we
Tony,
had
hey
ish-
Tony, sign on. Be like, Tony, I don't see you either. He's like, I see Steve. Like, damn, I don't see Steve.
So
What
like,
the
so
heck?
sometimes like, Josh would invite me and then I'd invite Tony because like I could see
wouldn't
Tony
see-
on, but I couldn't see Josh on. Josh could see me on, and so like it was like,
I invite Steve.
And-
Steve invites Tony.
Yo, and
Tony
that was
can't
very
see
true.
me.
Yeah.
And
that,
sometimes-
that was just like a minor problem. One of the
One of
bigger
the-
problems is like if they were already in game, you can't just
can't
like
join
add-
in.
You can't just join them. That was like
that
a,
was,
that was probably
that's
the
a
worst
big
part.
that's a big shitter.
Yeah.
Sometimes like I have like so you can get extra projectiles. So I'm sitting here shooting like 5 projectiles. I'm like, yo, you see that move? Steve's like, I see you shooting too.
What?
I'm like,
Yeah.
what? Damn, you can't
But
see
I
me
mean,
looking
for me,
sweet?
I'm like, I don't really care. If you see it, that's fine because it's like
I
then
care.
that's less graphical on my
I
side,
I
so
care.
less lag
Man,
for me.
I saw it on.
How you-
Josh's,
how you
but
gonna
I-
know-
I
If
could-
I like
I could
design a
carry that.
move and I like it looks dope to me, like I found a move that
It better
looks
look dope to everybody else.
I got my move better look dope to everybody else. Yeah.
And then a couple times, like I'd be invisible with just my bow like floating around.
we did have that
hell
issue.
no.
That happened quite a bit.
I mean, those are like very minor issues.
Yeah.
In
No,
my
That's an
it has
issue
to
to
look
me.
cool. Yeah, my guys
Especially
gotta
if,
look cool.
If I got transmogs, you told me now I'm like fucking
Okay,
invisible
well,
guy
they
for
did,
the
they
boys.
did,
Yeah.
they did put a patch out. I think that's how some of the issues. Josh hasn't been invisible for me, but like, that's one thing we came across. But like, the thing that like two big issues I have with the game is that spells don't feel quite as responsive as D3. Like if the roll, even though I like the roll, things don't seem like I click the roll and it doesn't always just instantly go off. Like it might be a slight delay, or it might not even like go off.
I'm not a huge fan of the like back and forth system.
Oh, I'm
fine with that.
Like that. Yeah,
It's
the restore. We'll get into that.
Yeah, the
Let me get to
resource
the.
I thought was kind of straight. I think it's because of your class though.
But I lost my thought. Oh, okay. The second part I don't like is it's almost too much complexity into the game as far as gearing wise. So like I'd be like getting
too much complexity.
I'm getting all these pieces of gear. I'm getting all this gear, and I'm like, what's good? I look at it and I'm like, you can't just like at a glance, you can't quickly be like, that's good. That's an upgrade, because there is no like stat thing where like you know how Diablo has like below it's like increase your damage, but you lose this much thing. There's none of that.
There's so many different types of buffs.
There's so many different types of like things, because there's like physical attacks, there's elemental attacks, there's status attacks, like damage or whatever. So like there's all these different like damages and stuff like that. Then you have like crit chance, but then there's or crit score, but then there's also percent crit score. So that's also like, oh, so your whatever your base score is times a percentage. So there's like all these different things. So you like at a glance you're like looking at a piece of gear and you're like, is this better? I don't know.
90% of the time I'll look for like one good stat that I know helps me. They'd be like, oh, increase your attack speed. I'll be like, I attack a lot.
If you're looking for damage, like the best way, at least from what I found, like you have to like open up your bag, then you have to open up your character sheet, and then you have to like open up the tab so like it like shows your damage. Like, oh, that's my average damage. You equip the gear. Oh, it went down. Re-equip. And you just kind of like go through and you kind of like see which ones.
I mean,
yeah.
And that's
as
like,
far as if you're looking for just pure damage.
I mean, with every game that comes out at very first time, with it being like that, I mean, it's kind of understandable.
Those are like my biggest thing is like the complex,
you polish the game and then you release it.
Yeah.
No. I'm just saying like stat wise and stuff. Like it's always unpolished. Like in the beginning of the game.
Like because there's like if you look at it and you're like, you can understand it, but it's like you can't like quickly understand it.
And
like
it
you have
had
to
like all those stats.
For like, oh, I gotta sit here for like a few minutes to like figure out if this is an upgrade.
It's actually
For me, the big thing is like I don't like it that they put this as like consider it as a completed product, because it's definitely not. It's definitely not. Yeah. Like if they said that, it was like, yeah, it's $30, whatever, but it's still in beta. But
$30.
But like, but if you spend the $30, like you will eventually get the final. Well, okay, yeah, for me it was 30. But like, if you spent that, but then we're like, you got to the beta, and then they were like, but afterwards, when the game is fully released, you will still get that. I would have been okay with that. But the fact that
they should have said consider this game.
They told you that this was a real game, and it's still beta.
As far as that goes, like I would say, I excuse the server issues, like issues with like connecting with friends or whatever, like because that's AAA. Studios have issues with that shit, like with their launches. So I kind of excuse that. As far
it was
as
definitely like a really
as far as how many
game.
bugs and stuff in there. Because like they had some talent trees, like points where they weren't quite doing what they did. They did fix most of them, or a good amount of them. But they did fix those.
15% increased damage. My shit better be 15%.
Honestly, in my opinion, it was bugged to the point where it was too good. Like a lot of the talent trees, it was just like so.
They're so OP.
It was
so OP that
it was like ridiculous how good some of the points
like
were.
something was supposed to be like 0.5 and it said 50.
Yeah.
And it was like
what?
Yeah. A lot of the times
their point wasn't there. It was like 50 instead of 0.5.
To me, also was like. In the talent tree, it was cool, but some of the key nodes versus rather than the regular nodes, a lot of time the regular nodes was just way better. Like one regular node was like, all skills that have projectile, you get an extra projectile, and I'm just like, that's fucking busted. Why would I get that?
A lot of the good ones were behind.
Tony.
Behind.
That was extra pierce, not projectile. The big node was projectile. I know which one.
It's just like
a lot of them were hidden behind the big nodes.
Yeah,
like that gives you extra.
And it was just really strange still that like why wouldn't that be a keynote? And but I did like the fact that like the talent tree, because like the talent tree like was sweet how you can create like because in my offline mode I did ranger, so I was kind of telling like them like what I did, and Steve took it to like a whole different level, and his guy was like pretty sweet. So this time when I was playing online with them, I did like a melee style, and then like what Josh was talking about. So there's willpower, and then there's rage. Willpower was more of like your auto spenders, and then like spells. So like if you were a mage, you would use willpower to cast your spells, and then you would build rage, and then you would have to have something like a rage spender, so you can like use a rage to gain back your willpower.
Yeah, it's like a bar. So you have willpower over here. So you start in the middle with nothing, and then you slowly gain like willpower.
Yeah, willpower is
right?
automatically gained.
So you gain it, and then you can like use like once your bar is going over to the left, right? You have to use spenders for
which
willpower
is like either your
to
auto
build
attack.
like rage.
If you use your auto attack, it'll build rage, or you can use like spells, and they'll chunk away your willpower, which will then turn into rage.
Right.
And then you do the same thing. You you chunk away your rage, and it turns into the willpower.
But
so there's there is like a slight delay on like
to gain,
when you get it back. So like if you spend it, it turns into like a gray bar, and then it slowly kind of comes back.
It's kind of annoying because it almost like forces you to like use like a one-hander and an offhand, like to get like probably like some of the better builds. Almost.
Not necessarily, because I have played more.
Yeah, I wouldn't say because
I have because there is a whole thing where it's like you can passively get rage. You can do like a full rage build.
Yeah, that's what I got. That's what I did.
But you're also like you also have to have very specific gear, right?
Like not necessarily like
because some of the spells don't require
there's
rage.
there's actually like a talent
even
point.
if it's a melee move.
You use the talent move, and it legit will like passively. Instead of passively getting willpower, you passively get rage now. So then you can do like your rage thing.
Oh, shit.
And then there's like your blink button can be like you're easily the highest willpower spender easily by just clicking it a few times, and it goes all the way back to rage. Just because it removes the cooldown and it like instantly comes back.
But like there's certain weapons that don't have like any spells that require willpower.
But there's also like other talents where like if you get kills, you get rage. So you can almost like you can get that pick up that talent, and it's like you get more rage on kills. So you're like you're staying on your rage a whole bunch, and then you might have to like teleport around just a few times just to like, get rid of it because you just spammed the one button like crazy. But then like on kills you get rage back.
Because like at first,
Like
so
even if that's the case, like
there are like balances to that, so you don't have to go the.
I still don't think it's as balanced. Like honestly.
I mean, the first time when I made a build in my offline mode, I was like telling Steve, I was like, yeah, I literally just hold these two button downs because I did like a ranger thing where like I had like a pistol and a catalyst. So like the weapons determine what spells you can do.
Yeah,
so,
certain
like,
spells
So
you
pistol
require
and
a
catalyst
certain
like let you use like crossbow skills, but it also lets you use spells. If you have a crossbow, which is like a two-handed weapon, you can't use any spells.
You can't use any spells or melee moves or anything.
You can't use any melee moves.
Yeah.
You can only use like rage spenders.
Not necessarily. There's some that don't require rage. Because like,
which is why you would go another thing. And there is actually a willpower move that legit makes it so you could use a rage spending move a few seconds afterwards, even though it doesn't matter what weapon you have. So if you don't have like a catalyst or a staff, you can still use, or if you don't have like a, if you're using just like a staff, you can use like the melee like ones because you don't have whatever. So you don't have there are loopholes around that stuff.
Yeah. It's just depending on how like the build is, and like that's like probably one of the more unique things. Because like I use a two-handed weapon. So like I have no spells.
Where'd you get that two-handed weapon from?
Yeah, Josh found this unique two-handed weapon, but he was a ranger, so he wasn't using it. So I was like, yo, let me give it to me. I'll use it because I was a melee user. So like I have two moves that use willpower that gains rage. So one is like my leap. My leap doesn't cost any rage, so I can hop, build rage, and I have a shout that increases damage, and that also gives me rage. And then my other two moves are my rage spender. My one is just a mobility use where I can have a charge. It's the shield charge where I just charge in my shield and then do a shockwave. And then one is my whirlwind where I throw my axe.
Is that shield that like where you just like are able to charge until you hit something?
Yeah.
That thing is crazy.
Yeah.
That thing you can just go so far with it until you hit something.
Yep. And so like, and the one thing that I really like about the skills is that the skill modifiers are really unique to like how you play. Like
Steve told me there's only like 40 of them.
There's 40 spells,
yeah.
which I think is
It's
pretty
quite
good.
a bit. Like you get to choose and pick how you want to do
So
it.
you
like,
got
like say you found a skill that you like, but then you realized you wanted like another skill off of like a different class or whatever. Like say you're a melee user and then you wanted to use a spell or even a bow move. You can just be like, all right, I'll use a one-handed weapon and then a pistol, and then I can use both of them. Or I want to use a sword and a catalyst, and now I can use a spell and a melee.
My main thing with this game is like, have you ever seen those Chinese knockoffs?
What?
Like where they copy a game completely,
Oh,
but
like
they name
on
it.
Wish.com. Yeah.
Yeah. You know Amazon, and then you got Wish.com, right?
It most definitely has like a Diablo feel to it.
Yeah.
But I mean, like it's
It-
an ARGP. Like
I don't know, man.
Action
if you
RPG.
see the game, like
that's what the Diablo or what's the other Path of Exile.
Yeah.
it
Those,
looks.
those type of.
I mean, to me, it feels like it's a Diablo game, but it was like a Chinese knockoff of a Diablo game. Because like if you I mean read any Diablo 4 news and like what they want to add to it, I feel like a lot of the stuff that this game has a lot of the features Diablo 4 is gonna have. I feel it's a decent game, and if you feel like playing a Diablo game, it's definitely worth a pickup.
It is
But-
worth it?
Yeah, I mean,
With all
I
the
think it's worth
bugs?
it.
If I want to play a Diablo game, can I just play Diablo?
Yeah.
I honestly,
There's more to it. Though.
Yeah, I
like,
honestly
Diablo's
say-
like so. I mean, how old is Diablo right
yeah.
now?
Like I say, like
How long's it been out for?
All right, well, here's a question for you. If I already own Diablo 3 and I don't own Wilson, is it worth it to purchase Wilson and play it today than to go back to Diablo 3?
that all depends. It's tough.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, I think so. I think
I-
Diablo.
I
is
think
like,
for us
at,
it would
at,
be.
at
Yeah.
this point.
like if you're just like
how
some
many?
random person playing by yourself, probably not.
No,
But
I
if
played
you got friends
Diablo.
playing it, then yeah.
because I think there's a lot of
Like I said, I haven't experienced that much of the game breaking like bug that people have. I know there's some that like people have, like,
they out there.
There's definitely
there.
game breaking
Yeah.
bugs. There's a lot of.
and a lot of them happened
there's-
in like the first week.
there's
but they've
gold.
patched a lot of those out.
There was like a lot of gold, like
Stomp.
infinite gold, like bugs that you could get.
There's like gold duping,
yeah, like item duplications and then people
What?
are doing
Stuff,
yeah.
yeah.
You can definitely cheat in the game for sure. But I mean, but
I mean, but it doesn't really
It doesn't really affect you though.
Yeah,
yeah,
like-
it's.
like-
I mean, the game's like
Yeah.
solo.
Oh, there's
right?
no PvP?
No.
no.
Okay.
It's pretty much like you going into the rifts because like
If you
the
play,
rifts are like you got your grifts and you're like, oh, you're just trying to get as farther. There's no leaderboard either, so you're just trying to get as
Yeah.
farther as you can.
If you've played Diablo and you're like you've played multiple seasons and you're like I really like this type of game, but Diablo's kind of
Yeah.
repetitive and you want something a little fresh, new,
A little broken.
a little
Yeah.
broken, pick it up, sure.
Like ideally,
deserve that?
again, it's very hard because of all the bugs. But like, if this game, let's just say, even had half of the bugs that they were, this would be, in my opinion, way better than Diablo.
So if you when you say bugs, okay, so we got Borderlands 3 bugs. Where are we at there? Are we less or more?
For more,
By
So
how much?
A lot.
so the thing with
quite a bit.
so with all
You
the
got stuck in a car before, and that shit was funny to me too.
I did get
well,
stuck
I
in
mean,
the
with
car.
all the bugs, like even like so, there's a lot of bugs, but like,
I personally haven't
but like
experienced them.
they're not bugs where it's like,
It's not like it's
oh
not like
shit,
a
we can't play this game.
yeah. It's not
tonight
it's not
anymore.
like a point where like it has ruined the game for you completely. It's literally just
It's
more
like,
of a annoyance.
I have to take 5 minutes to fix this shit.
Yeah.
We'll get it eventually.
Yeah.
It's not gonna
Like,
take-
oh, Tony DC'd one night. I did DC too.
Yeah.
Like Tony DC'd, so we all pretty much have to exit out of the game
Yeah.
and remake the group.
yeah, it was like a more of an annoyance issue, not rather.
yeah, it's
But like,
anything.
But like
Yeah.
the gameplay, I think is great. The talent tree is super like creative and like it makes it very unique to how you want to make your character and how useful you want to make your guy. Because like I said, the talent tree is crazy of how how creative you get. Like, because then I made it like where I'm a melee user. I made it where your melee attacks, you normally do like a 3-hit combo. I get like a 4th hit. My 4th hit does like extra damage. And then I made it where like I gain rage instead of willpower, so I can use my rage spenders more frequently. And then the skills, they're really cool, like how they make it. Like one of the skills I have is like I throw this axe around and it does like a ton of damage and it does a rend bleed too. Now I'm at a point where I leveled up that skill so much where if I throw it, it just keeps spinning for like an extra 2 or 3 turns, and then I can make it where it follows me, where like I can throw it and then this axe is just spinning around me, and I can throw multiple. So I gotta have like 4 or 5 axes spinning around me and just wailing on kids all day. And then there was like this healing thing that Steve used that I used on my old one, where like first you lay down like a healing grid, and like it heals you and increases your resistance and all that stuff at first, but it only stayed in one spot. And then, but once
I have it where like I cast on myself and it follows me, and also like I have also enough points into it, whatever, like I can have it up like 100% of the time, because like the cooldown and the duration are like pretty much equal, so I can just like keep hitting, and it also like will heal me, and if people are also standing like in circle.
Yeah, I really like the skill enhancements of the game. Like it's not like how Diablo did it, where it's just like, oh, this is now like instead of the skill being a regular skill, now it's a fire skill, and it like burns the guy. Like literally it has like a couple like small ones where like this costs less rage now or willpower. Oh, now this does 40% crit. But then once you get to the higher levels, it was just like it completely changes the skill.
Yeah, you get like 10. I think when you max it out, you get like 10 points into the thing, and like some of like the more simple ones are like weapon damage. You get like, oh, it costs 1 point for like more damage. But some of the other ones that like actually change it where it's like, oh, this follows you now, and it costs like 3 points. So you can get like, oh, you put 3 points into that, 2 points into this one, and a couple 1 point
like
or
you fully customize not only your character and your build, like even the skills. Like you can literally change how the skill is. Like say like for a fireball, like you had your fireball, like you're just like, okay, the fireball does this much damage, but now you can increase the damage on it. Now you can make the fireball even bigger. Or instead, or it shoots out more projectiles. Like you can change up.
It can be bigger and have 2 projectiles.
Yeah, like you literally change
but
it.
Not as much damage.
So you change the skill based off of how you want to play, and I think that's like probably one of the most unique things about the game. And I do like the skills. Like I remember when I was telling these guys, I was like, yo, you guys gotta check out this railgun ability. Like it's just
that
sucks.
I don't use it, but it is pretty cool, because like you can either like use it like you can use it like right away and just kind of do like an AoE like zap, or you could like sit there and like charge it up, and it like each time you like hit like a charging point, it like increases the damage, so you can like
but it narrows down.
It narrows the thing down.
It narrows
but you
down
can like really
charging
do
the
a shit
railgun.
ton of damage.
And so like you can release it and play it however you like, and then like again, and then when you start putting your skill points into the actual skill, you can kind of customize it and cater towards your ability.
You know, this sounds cool and all, but
all in all, Diablo 4 is not going to be out for another probably like year
2 or
and
3
a
years.
half, or whatever, at least. If you like the Diablo style game, but you're kind of like bored of playing, Diablo 3 in the seasons, worth a pickup.
Sounds like I'll just play something else. But cool. As soon as all the bugs are gone, let me know.
I mean, it can only get better from here. Right?
Yeah, it literally gets better from here as they fix the bugs. But I will say, like, I've been looking into a lot of action RPGs. There are a lot, like Josh said, if you're looking for something
Diablo,
right now, like at this very moment, and you wanted a new action RPG, and you're looking for something to play that's different, more unique, more creative, Wolfson is definitely a way to go. But if you don't care, there's definitely other ones that are coming out that, in my opinion, looks way better, and it's probably going to be much better, and hopefully not as buggy when it comes out, because there's literally like 4 I can probably name that's coming out this year that you can probably wait for and try out. But again, it is, if you're looking for an action RPG right now and play with some friends, Wilson's not a bad pickup.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I gotta go. It's late. It's past my bedtime.
8:30.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, I said, yep. I said, yep. What I say?
You gotta work tomorrow?
You haven't said anything.
Stop!
All right, Mark, where can they find us?
Yeah, where can they find us?
Where can you find us?
WeeklyResetPodcast.com has all our links. Come join us on YouTube or on Twitch at about 6:30 Eastern Time on Sundays.
Always follow. Always leave a review.
Follow.
Yeah.
Only if it's good, though.
And for people that are watching, you can talk to us in chat. We are usually pretty good with responding.
All
Any
you
questions?
listeners out there,
Yeah.
come join us on Twitch.
Leave us a comment.
Yeah.
Tell us what you think.
Yeah.
Tell
Tell
us
us
what you
what
like.
games you like.
Yeah.
What you like to hear. We're pretty flexible.
Tell us what you think of Mark's haircut.
Or if you have a recommendation on beer, please
Yeah,
let us
what you
know.
want us to try.
Or
Yeah.
if you
Better
want to
be
send
tried,
us some
though.
beer, I'll accept.
Yeah. All right. Take us out, Marlon.
Get the fuck out of here.